welcome to the sister location investigation. This has been a long time coming, and we are particularly interested in this one, not only because Legendet is my sister, so I'll probably be making a few jokes here, but because this is when the lore takes another turn. FNAF 4 was when really the high-octane ambiguity was released, when the theorizing kind of was split wide open. We just talked about FNAF World, came off of that whole weird meta train going on in that, and now we're back to sister location, which is one of the biggest games as far as sheer amounts of lore packed into it goes. Hopefully I've assembled any relevant information here, so make sure to comment if we miss anything, because there's a lot to this game. But before any of that, we need to get to the most important question. Legendet, what kind of tea do you have?
I've got some mint tea.
Same, my precious mint medley, my favorite.
Beautiful.
Anyways, this is going to be a long haul. Make sure everyone to get comfortable here, because sister location probably, as of yet, the most talking points and the most information to sift through by far. This is when the series really takes a, I don't want to say an up in quality, because it's always been pretty good, but here we have voice acting, we have cutscenes, we have actual stuff happening beyond the gameplay and cryptic 8-bit mini games or Atari style mini games. So I am very hyped for this. However, let me tell you, Legendet, if we thought FNAF 4 was a problem in our plans for the lore and theorizing really hard to sort through, things are about to get dialed up to 11 again in sister location.
Let's go.
Yeah, with all that, let's get right into it. So we'll start, as we always do, with the teasers. So we have quite a few to look through this time. And interestingly, there are some secrets within some of these teasers as well, so we'll make sure to go over those. Sister location, there was never just one. Which is probably referring to, I don't know, I imagine the company, the franchise, because this is sister location, which is an associated but different branch, Speaking of which, remember they mentioned the FNAF 3 calls simultaneous spring lock failures happening at a sister location? Maybe we should keep that in mind. Oh, there's secret words down here. Everyone, please stay in your seats. And this right here, remember we mentioned Circus Baby last time as an upcoming character? Here she is.
Yeah. Wow. So you're the dreaded baby.
Yeah. I've created something terrible. Her name is Baby. Make sure there wasn't anything we missed in there.
That's nice.
And then we get a rather interesting line. There's a little of me in everybody. Kind of weird.
Well, I think it's more everybody than everybody. Because there's a space.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There's a little of me in every body. What does that mean?
A little freaky.
Yeah.
What the
Don't
flip?
hold it against us.
Okay, bro. Oh. That's nice.
Oh. Wait, I don't even know if I brightened this one. Yeah, you can just kind of see the background a bit more. These teasers are actually really good. These are some cool teasers. Get back on your stage. Now.
Now. Oh.
See some dancer things behind. Okay, cancel due to leaks is an interesting one, so I'm going to save that for last. We have what looks like to be a map, probably of the upcoming location. Get a grid thing when we brighten it up. Oh, well, it's just the background. Rooms. Duh.
No, but we get 2 extra rooms.
Oh, wait. Aha! We'll have to keep those in mind for later. Our release date stuff. Now we can do cancel due to leaks. This is a update that comes later, so we can look at those teaser set later. Cancel due to leaks. Pretty simple, right? Red canceled, white due to leaks. Something was canceled. Makes sense. But this is a this is a Scott teaser, so we have to brighten it, and we see there are a bunch of words that can only be seen after you brighten it.
What the?
So now this is really, cooked to read right here. But on the wiki page I have pulled up, they have a much better image for us to be able to actually read it. So, in other news, the grand opening of Circus Baby's Pizza World has apparently been cancelled due to reported gas leaks in the building. Sources close to the establishment question the report, saying that strange activity around the area at night suggests something else is to blame. One local is quoted as saying, "Everything just stopped. There was so much excitement built around this place opening, and then they just stopped talking about it. There was only the..." this is really weird to read now. Thank you, Reddit. Okay. In other news, the grand opening of Circus Baby's Pizza World has apparently been canceled due to reported gas leaks in the building. Sources close to the establishment question the report, saying that strange activity around the area at night suggests something else is to blame. One local is quoted as saying, "Everything just stopped. There was so much excitement built around this place opening, and then they just stopped talking about it. There was only a handful of people that ever got a look at the inside. Kids from here and there, making sure everything worked right, I guess they weren't quite as ready as they thought they were." A tenant from across the street claims to have witnessed a large group of cars surrounding the building during the night and large pieces of equipment being taken out of the building under tarps. A few weeks later, the building was for sale. There is no comment yet from the local entrepreneur who financed the venture. What do we think of that?
Well, sus, my guy.
A little soft. So, by the way, guys, I'm eating a snack. So you're going to see me munching. Legendet, while I'm munching, what have we learned from this paragraph?
That there was gonna be a new, pizza restaurant, but it got closed before it could even, open. And then they took stuff out of it and sold it.
Or, do they really sell it? All we know is that they
Probably
took things under large tarps. We don't really know what those are yet. Anyway, thank you Reddit people who cleaned up the text, because that was a nightmare to read behind the canceled, but yeah, that's the image from the source just so everyone can see it too. And those are the teasers, setting us up for the trailer that we'll get into next. There is other things found that we'll need to talk about, which, you know what, maybe we can just talk about this now. Things that will make a lot more sense when we get into the game, but there is source code in some of the game's teasers where information was found. So there's this schedule, which seems to have acronyms that represent animatronics that we're about to see in game, and presumably what days they were booked. We'll talk about all this soon, but just know, we'll come back to it. Just know these were found in the teasers as well, like the source code stuff. We obviously looked at the map that was found. We looked at the Brighton secrets, and then later when we get to the custom night, we can talk about the other ones. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we'll have to bounce around due to the updates or the different timelines of information delivered to us throughout the game. So we have to keep a lot of things in our memories that we can come back and check up on. As for now, I think we can move on to the trailer. Here. And it showed FNAF 1. Panic. FNAF 3. Dread. FNAF 4. Wait, did we miss a FNAF 2?
I just skipped
FNAF 2. No. I just said they were a little out of order. There was FNAF 2. They showed the toys. Terror. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a voice like whispering, don't hold it against
Yeah,
us," like a million times. Yeah.
reminds me of the song.
Yeah. Deep below ground. Where memories sleep. Anger is restless. And secrets don't keep. Oh, oh. See our eyes start glowing green? Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Sister location. This definitely sets up one of the creepiest vibes, I think, out of all.
Yeah.
And there was again, I was kind of talking over it. There was a whispery voice at the end of that said, "You don't know what we've been through."
Well, that
Interesting.
was really good, actually.
Right? Probably the best trailer we've seen thus far, you know?
Mhm.
That gets you into the mood. It's super just like, I don't know, it's like dismally creepy, you know? Like the other ones are like uncanny. This one just feels like something is very wrong with everything,
Well,
you know?
yeah, you can really tell something's wrong.
So, with all of that preliminary stuff out of the way, with the trailers watched, with the teasers analyzed, we can just get into the game itself. We have Gamer's little playground here, who we've been using for the no commentary walkthrough of the games to see. So shout out to that channel. This game works a little bit differently than the other ones. And what I mean by that, Legendet, is you know how before, like, we had to like mostly go through like images or like find the dialogue, go to important moments.
Mhm.
This game, a lot of people have likened it to a visual novel experience more than like a strict gameplay all the time.
That's kind of cool.
So we're going to have to literally watch most of it, you know?
Okay,
So
that's fine.
yeah, so we'll skip around when like it is literally just gameplay, but so much of this is like so much of the lore and actual important stuff is tied directly to what the player character is doing and interacting with, that legitimately we're going to just have to straight up watch most of the game. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right, so it's almost like a reaction video at this point.
Right,
That's
Loki, Loki, yeah.
kind
And then of course for all the teasers, all the secrets, I do have all of those collected and harvested into different internet tabs that we'll go through. But yeah, for now I think the best course of action is to just get into the raw game itself, you know, and then we can go
yeah.
dissect the little pieces of it. So yeah,
All right.
thank you Gamers Little Playground for the awesome compilations.
There's no doubting what you've achieved on a technical level. These are clearly state of the art. There are just certain design choices that were made for these robots that we don't fully understand.
So I'm going to pause it when we need to talk because I want the audio to be in, and sometimes the audio will conflict with what we're saying.
Mhm.
So right off the bat, there's going to be a dialogue exchange here. I'm going to start that over, just so Legendet, we're going to listen to the whole thing. We're going to pause it, then we're going to talk about it, just for the format here. But make sure you're listening.
There's no doubting what you've achieved on a technical level. These are clearly state of the art. There are just certain design choices that were made for these robots that we don't fully understand. We were hoping that you could shed some light on those.
She can dance. She can sing. She's equipped with a built-in helium tank for inflating balloons right at her fingertips. She can take song requests. She can even dispense ice cream.
With all due respect, those aren't the design choices we were curious about, Mr. Afton.
Woo! What name did we get?
Captain!
Let's go.
Hey!
So, fun fact for us, we had William Afton the name from the Silver Eyes book, right? That's what we just talked about last video. Now the name was dropped in game. This is the first time the name is used within the game. So now we know William Afton is the name of the purple guy, probably just like the books. Canon, right? So now we have even more of a background to be like, maybe we can take certain stuff from the books, right? Even more than before. Now that we got a name confirmation of one of our main guys before the game did through a book, you know?
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. Now tell me about that exchange, Legendet. How'd you feel about that?
Well, is it like, who is he talking to? Like, is it someone he's trying to sell, like, who's trying to buy him, or like?
Yeah, probably get some kind of approval from some kind of board, right? Like it's like he's presenting the animatronics to him. And he listed things baby can do, right? But then they said those were the design choices we were confused about. So, is there something? Is there something a little weird with? So, little girl's voice. Daddy, why won't you let me go play with her?
Maybe it's the missing sister girl lady.
I was wondering if you're gonna say that. Right. Well, what game are we in? What's the name? What's the name?
Sister location.
Sister location. And there was a girl's room in FNAF 4. Probably a sister of the crying child and Foxy Bro.
Welcome to the first day of your exciting new career. Whether you were approached at a job fair, read our ad in screws, bolts, and hairpins, or if this is the result of a dare, we welcome you. I will be your personal guide to help you get started. I'm a Model 5 of the Handyman's Robotics and Unit Repair System, but you can call me Handy Unit. Your new career promises challenge, intrigue, and endless janitorial opportunities. Please enter your name as seen above the keypad. This cannot be changed.
What's the name above the keypad?
Mike. So we are Mike.
Where have you heard Mike before?
Isn't that like the brother?
Okay, well, you know that from other stuff I've said. In the games, FNAF 1, the paycheck had Mike Schmidt on it.
Oh, okay.
So there might be instantly. You're right. If you remembered, your brain might make a instant connection. Obviously, from the movie, we have Mike. Yeah, I've called Foxy Bro Mike before. But yeah, right now, we might think immediately to Mike Schmidt. Right.
Okay. Yeah. So this guy is one when working.
Maybe, perhaps. Again.
But you got
sometimes in. Right. Yeah. And FNAF 4, remember we were wondering if the box, some of the clues Scott gave, was meant to be like the night guard has been like a consistent person for most of it, right? Like FNAF 1, the night 6 of FNAF 2, and then FNAF 3 were all the same night guard. And so now if that's true, and this Mike here is supposed to be constant with that, then yeah, it would be Mike, and presumably we'd think Foxy Bro was it, right? So then Foxy Bro would be Mike, but more clarity on all that comes later. Right now, you might just immediately think of Mike Schmidt, you know.
Okay.
Be careful. It seems that you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you. One moment. Welcome, Eggs Benedict.
Thank you. You got it right.
Yep.
Wherever we are is really deep.
Right.
We'll be going down for like 10 minutes. Yeah, that's what you want to see. Night 1 when you can walk around.
Bright, red, and obvious button. Let's get to work.
Interesting enough, we have like caution tape around it, which implies that this place is under some kind of, I don't know, reconstruction, some kind of blocked off. Like, you know?
Yeah.
And then we have the little vent thing you have to crawl through.
Allow me to fill this somewhat frightening silence with some light-hearted banter. Due to the massive success, and even more so the unfortunate closing of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, it was clear.
Tell me about timelines, Legendet, about what we just heard.
After FNAF closed?
Right, so Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. So, this is an interesting question here, right? Freddy Fazbear's, there was a location in 1985, presumably, right, where the MCI might have happened, or, you know, maybe earlier, depending on different theories. Then there was the 1987 Freddy's, and then the FNAF 1 Freddy's. So, one of those
Allow me
clips.
to fill this somewhat frightening silence with some light-hearted banter. Due to the massive success, and even more so the unfortunate closing of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, it was clear that the stage was set, no pun intended, for another contender in children's entertainment. Unlike most entertainment,
The massive success to me would indicate it was either the 85 location or, you know, location 0 of Freddy's, or the 87, because that's when they were like in their heyday, right? Their most up peak of popularity. And beyond
Yeah,
that,
but
they were struggling.
this whole vibe of the game, though, just feels like it almost has like futuristic vibes where you go back like after it's been closed for a while. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I agree what you're saying. Yeah. Well, yeah, so I think it might have been more of the first Freddy's. I think was the only one I consider to be a massive success, you know?
Yeah.
Because that one was booming. So the stage was set.
venues, our robotic entertainers are rented out for private parties during the day, and it's your job.
Okay. So these animatronics are rented out for private parties, so it's a bit different than like a restaurant that you go to, right?
Yeah.
So now what do we have the idea of? Remember Circus Baby's Pizza World that we read about in the canceled trailer or teaser?
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps originally that was meant to be an establishment, but it was closed. The official story is due to gas leaks, but you know, what really was going on, stuff was being removed under tarps, right? So that was closed before it could even begin. And now we're in some rental service bunker, right?
Yeah, it feels very sketch.
So keep that in mind. There's a distinction and a difference between Circus Baby's Pizza World and the rental service. All right?
Okay.
It's easy to mix those up because it's both like Circus Baby is very involved, right? But yeah, make sure there's a distinction between that. And the Circus Baby's Pizza World, this rental service, they cropped up after the massive success of Freddy Fazbear. So it has to be, in my opinion, like, well, let's hear what he said again, just to make sure. I need to make sure that I have that perception correct, because there's a difference between when this game is taking place versus when things were created. So let's hear what you had to say again.
Allow me to fill this somewhat frightening silence with some light-hearted banter. Due to the massive success, and even more so the unfortunate closing of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, it was clear that the stage was set, no pun intended, for another contender in children's entertainment. Unlike most entertainment venues, our robotic entertainers are rented out for private parties during the day, and it's your job.
So I imagine this whole thing was booted up post like FNAF 0, right? The MCI location.
So is this kind of like a storage place for where people can just like rent them?
I imagine so. We'll keep going, but
To get the robots back in proper working order before the following morning. You are now in the primary control module. It's actually a crawl space between the two front showrooms.
What's that?
Now, let's get started with your daily tasks. View the window to your left. This is the
shout out to the blinking like human baby heads attached over there.
That's nice. That's not creepy.
Ballora Gallery party room
it's...
and dance studio, encouraging kids to get fit and enjoy pizza. Let's turn on the light and see if Ballora is on stage.
And enjoy pizza.
Those go hand in hand.
Press the blue button on the elevated keypad to your left. Uh-oh. It looks like Ballora doesn't feel like dancing. Let's give her some motivation. Press the red button now to administer a controlled shock. Maybe that will put the spring back in her step.
Dang.
Let's check the light again.
So we're shocking these animatronics to sort of make them conform to what we want them to do, right?
Excellent. Ballora is feeling like her old self again and will be ready to perform again tomorrow. Now view the window to your right. This is the Funtime Auditorium, where Funtime Foxy encourages kids to play and share. Try the light. Let's see what Funtime Foxy is up to.
Oh, I'm choking on my tea.
Looks like Funtime Foxy is taking the day off. Let's motivate Funtime Foxy with a controlled shock.
It's so
It's so like brutal.
Let's try another controlled shock. Looks like
Hey,
Funtime Foxy
Funtime
is
Foxy.
in perfect working order.
Hey.
Great job. In front of you
Can
is
I
another
rent
vent
Funtime
shaft.
Foxy?
Crawl through it to reach the Circus Gallery control module.
I love that you have to
Motion
crawl
trigger.
through vents.
Circus gallery vent.
Right, yeah, you like what is this like work expectation? Like what are these
Yeah.
conditions?
What is this?
On the other side of the glass is Circus Baby's auditorium. Let's check the light and see what Baby is up to. Looks like a few of the lights are out, but we can fix that later. Let's encourage Baby to cheer up with a controlled shock.
Cheer up. Let me electrocute you.
This'll help.
That always puts you in a good mood.
True.
Let's try another controlled shock.
I don't like those like sounds that I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Let's try another controlled shock. Great job, Circus Baby. We knew we could count on you. That
did nothing.
concludes
So yeah, she didn't appear there. What might that indicate?
your duties
She
for your
ain't
first
there.
night on the job. We don't want you to leave overwhelmed, otherwise you might not come back. Please leave using the vent behind you, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
So crawling back. Oh.
No thank you.
Motion trigger. Circus gallery vent.
Don't like that.
Shift is
Yay.
complete. That was easy. It's gonna be
Oh.
keep being this nice. Yeah.
Yeah, simple.
Time to enjoy some time at home. I'm
Well,
hyped
you
for
still
that.
have it.
Time while you still have it. I want to spend my time watching cartoons personally.
Another
That sounds like
day,
a great
another
idea.
dramatic entry in the
Oh my
lives
gosh.
of Vlad and his distressed mistress. Where will they go? What will they do? All of that and more happening now.
Clara, I tell you, the baby isn't mine.
Count, I tell you that it is. You're the only vampire I've ever loved. And the baby turns his bottles into powdered milk.
That doesn't mean anything.
He sleeps on the ceiling fan.
Upright or upside down.
What does it matter? You need to be part of your son's life.
I'm an old man, Clara. I can't be a father.
Well, then at least pay your child support, you deadbeat.
Will Vlad and his distressed mistress find common ground? Tune in next time.
So, this is going to be a pattern throughout, like, in between our shifts of us watching this cartoon show, Mortal and the Restless. Legendet, do you, off instinct, do you think this cartoon has any lore implication to our story, any interpretation we're supposed to take from it, or is it just a fun in-between thing that doesn't really matter to anything?
I feel like the fact that they'd show us all that, like, especially if they do it, like, every night, like, I feel like it would mean something.
Like something? So a common idea in the fandom is that the characters in Immortal and the Restless and the situations they find themselves in, dialogue lines they say, are meant as loose parallels to other characters' situations and stories. So maybe keep that swimming in your head as we see more scenes. Like for this one, right, we have the distressed couple. The father figure is like, the baby isn't mine. the wife insists that it is. The baby is just like displaying vampire qualities, and the father's like, clearly a vampire. So, yeah, interesting things. Keep up with Immortal the Restless as we go. Tell me if you think it has any meaning or what interpretations you have of it, because it is surely a weird one to decipher in that way.
Could it be? Wait. An idea. Maybe it's William Afton is the baby.
What?
And it's representing he had bad parents, why he's going crazy.
Oh, so you're saying it could be almost like an Afton Origins.
Yeah, and so the baby represents William Afton. And it's saying like he's taking bad habits like his father did because his father wasn't around and it was bad when he was.
That's an interesting take. I'd like to see how you further interpret it as because there's like 4 more of these to see, or three or 4 more, so interesting.
Daddy, you let the other children go see her. Why won't you let me go?
Okay, so we get another little girl saying you let other children go see her. What is she referring to?
Circus baby?
Right. So who's her dad?
Afton?
So if Afton's her dad and we think she's might be the sister from FNAF 4, what does that mean about Afton?
He has a kid?
Well, he's not only the father of this girl voice, the sister, he's also the father of who?
Circus baby.
Oh my... Legendet! Think, Mark! Think!
What are you saying? I don't know. What are you saying?
He's also the father of the crying child and of Foxy Bro. Good grief, this is going to be a long day. This is going to be a long podcast. This is going to...
I didn't know what you were asking me. I just know he created Circus Baby and he has a daughter.
Welcome back for another night of intellectual stimulation, pivotal career choices, and self-reflection on past mistakes. We're committed to creating a unique and fulfilling work experience. One part of that commitment is ensuring that you don't get tired of the voice that you're hearing right now. Using the keypad below, please select a new companion voice. For male, press 1. For female, press 2. For text only, press 3. For other options, press 4.
Letters.
It seems that you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you.
Oh, no.
Thank you for choosing Angsty Teen.
Yeah, this voice is much better, isn't it?
I can really hear it right now. It actually is funny when you...
The elevator stopped. You know the routine. You can get out now or whatever. Stay here if you want.
The voice.
I like this one better.
So, funny story. A dead body was found in this vent once. Okay, so...
Interesting.
Thanks.
So a dead body was found in this event. Could have been like a prior technician going in or something?
Probably.
Not that funny, but it's a story.
He's like, oh.
Okay, let's start with your nightly chores. You should check on Ballora and make sure she's on her stage, but whatever. Huh. I guess Ballora has better things to do. Let's zap her. That should be fun.
Having some stomach issues, Ballora?
Just keeled over on her stage. Oh! That was a success.
Well, let's check on Funtime Foxy. Make sure he's ready for showtime tomorrow.
He's just like moving on.
Yeah.
I think he's ready. Let's go.
Great.
Oh.
Great. Great.
There seems to have been a problem with the voice synthesizer. Default settings have been restored. Please proceed through the vent ahead of you to Circus Baby's auditorium.
Yeah, I totally want to do that.
Yeah, shift 2, let's go.
Motion trigger. Circus gallery vent.
Circus Baby had a busy day today. Let's check the light and make sure she's in proper working order. Oh, Circus Baby, we aren't here to play hide and seek. Let's encourage Baby to come out of hiding with a controlled shock.
Oh.
Let's try another controlled shock.
I don't think it's shocking anyone.
There seems to be a power malfunction that is affecting our ability to
Ah,
properly
eyes.
motivate Baby. Please stand by while I reboot
Wait,
the system.
never mind.
I will be offline
gonna say,
momentarily
what?
during this process.
It looks like
Various
eyes, but
other
they're
systems may be
like
offline
screws
as
or
well,
something.
such as security doors, vent locks, and oxygen. Commencing system restart.
Motion trigger. Entryway vent.
But if we're in here,
No! No!
Funtime auditorium maintenance vent opened.
Ah!
Ballora gallery maintenance vent opened.
Don't like that. Nope.
I don't recognize you. You are new. I remember this scenario, however. It's a strange thing to want to do, to come here. I'm curious what events would lead a person to want to spend their nights in a place like this.
okay, so this, again, we know that there is someone working here prior to us, because she says this, is familiar. I assume we can just say this voice is Circus Baby. I feel like it's pretty obvious, because she's like the prominent female. Yeah?
I was thinking, what if it's Ballora? Because it said the vent to Ballora was opened.
Oh, true. It depends where you have to cross, I guess, to, like, get in here with you or, like, get closer to you. But, yeah, true. I guess Valor's the other female animatronic. So, yeah, maybe.
Willingly. Maybe curiosity. Maybe ignorance. There is a space under the desk. Someone before you crafted it into a hiding place, and it worked for him. I recommend that you hurry, though. You will be safe there. Just try not to make eye contact. It will be over soon. They will lose
Trying to help us?
interest.
Right, so the voice is guiding us right now, telling us how to survive, which is interesting, to say the least.
Yeah. No. I like this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one's home.
No one's here, go away.
Just let me close that door again real quick.
Yeah, let me just... Don't worry about it,
No one's here. We're just... The door's stuck.
The door's just stuck.
Always find a way inside.
No, thank you. Go away. You just keep trying to drag it. I don't think it's working that much, buddy. Oh, there you go.
She's watching us. We have to leave now. We will see you again soon.
Yes. Nope.
When your guide comes back online, he is going to tell you that he was unsuccessful, that you must restart the system manually. He will then tell you to crawl through Ballora Gallery as fast as you can to reach the breaker room. If you follow his instructions, you will die. Ballora will not return to her stage anymore.
Okay, so it's not
So
Ballora.
we know this, right, this voice isn't Ballora, yeah.
She will catch you. The power will be restored shortly. When you crawl through Ballora Gallery, go slowly. She cannot see you and can only listen for your movement. When you hear her music become louder, she is growing near, listening for you. Wait and be still.
Thank you for your patience. It seems that the power system cannot be restarted automatically. You will need to restart the power system manually. Please return to the primary control module.
All right, survived that. Only good things ahead of us now.
Circus gallery vent.
You will now be required to crawl through the Ballora Gallery using the vent to your left to reach the breaker room. It is recommended that you stay low to the ground and reach the other side as fast as possible as to not disturb Ballora. I will deactivate myself momentarily as to not create an auditory disturbance. Deactivating.
Maintenance vent open.
This part's actually very creepy when you think about it.
No one's here. We're just moving on.
It reminds me of that VeggieTales scene. Move along, nothing to see here.
Nothing to see.
What was it? It was in that like mystery one. That was a good VeggieTales, to be honest.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It seems you are taking a long time. Please proceed as quickly and as quietly as possible.
That's helpful. Almost there. Ooh. Laura and Circus Baby are interesting because they're like expanding the roster of non-animal themed animatronics.
Yeah.
Like before it was mostly Balloon Boy. That was like the one non-animal. But now we have some more.
Almost there, buddy.
What do you
Sounds
think
like
of her
there's
little...
something there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're gonna see. I'll say, what do you think of Balora's little medley there?
I like it.
Yeah, it feels very ballerina-esque to me.
Yeah, creepy ballerina.
Motion trigger breaker room.
You may now interface with the breaker control box.
Uh,
Using the interface may disrupt nearby electronics. If you feel you are in danger, feel free to disconnect the interface temporarily until it is safe to reconnect.
Calm down and go back to sleep. No one is here.
No one is here.
It's like a weird version of daily affirmations.
Go back to your stage. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. Let's go back to sleep.
This is honestly one of the creepiest parts of the game when you're playing it yourself. It's so menacing. Legendet. We have arrived at a point in our lives where we must smash our heads against our desks.
Why?
Take a look at this map. Just kind of a nice little map, right? It did, you know, it's modeled a lot after the one we saw in the teasers. The extra rooms are more pronounced now, right? Yeah, okay. This is our little breaker map, right, of the sister location bunker, right? Makes sense to me that you would have a map of the sister location bunker in sister location, right? Wrong! There's another map in here. Not only is it sister location, there's also FNAF 4 Legendet. Let me show you something that keeps me up at night, that keeps me tossing and turning. See these little more faded map parts?
Yeah.
If you line them up with the shape of the FNAF 4 locations, this matches the plush trap hallway that you do the fun with plush trap minigame in, you know, where he sits on the chair and stuff with the doors on either side. This matches the nightmare room that you see, that you know, the house with the nightmare animatronics that you're trying to survive in. This matches the minigame layout of the crying child's house, his neighborhood path, and then Fredbear's family diner. What?
Okay. I mean, if we're saying though that it was all a nightmare, his brain could have just combined those places.
So here's the thing. Right. We have to wonder, where is this place exactly? If these things all share a breaker map, they have to be within close proximity to each other, right? So the idea is that, because you know how we went downwards in the elevator, like a long ways, like how you were saying?
Wait, so it's like, that's the house, and there's like a little path, so that's the elevator, so it's from the house?
Well, I'm just saying this place is probably underground, right? Like underground by these locations, right?
Okay.
Like this, the bunker here
Yeah, but
is
look,
way underground.
the place you're saying was like the bedroom has like a little path.
Right. But what does this say about
wait, never mind.
This is just the layout in relation to, like, this is the breaker map, right? So, which is like, you know, power, energy, cables, all that crap, right? That stuff, electrician knowledge that I do not have, but I know it's related to all that stuff. What does that tell us about the nightmares, do you think? The fact that like, you know, there's physical locations here on this breaker map.
I mean, I don't know.
It's weird. So this gets into very murky territory. Like, they're also very separated. Like, why is the plush trap hallway over here? Why is the nightmare area way over here? And why is the minigame house way over here? Why are they all separate areas but match, right, from a layout perspective? You see they have dots that they're watching. It's almost like there's like something being, you know, recorded here. Like there's a dot in the place that represents a crying child's minigame house. There's a glowing dot in the place that represents the flesh trap hallway, and a glowing dot obviously in the nightmare room. And then there's the faded dots, right, in there as well. Right, like each of these has something in a room. at the end. There's 2 in Fredbear's Family Diner area, which would make sense. One for Fredbear, one for Spring Bonnie, right? If they're performing there.
Yeah.
But
That's
man,
weird.
is this weird. It has spawned a lot of theories about the nightmares being not actually nightmares, but like chambers of this place. Like being like actual physical locations that are being like induced into people's minds and stuff. Like it unlocks some crazy interpretation potential for the FNAF 4 nightmares and what exactly was happening in FNAF 4. But yeah, we'll probably come back to that too, because this is genuinely something crazy to have in a map like this.
I think it was just a mouse. Nope, no one's here. It's bedtime. Let's go back to our stage. You must be hearing things, silly.
This is so creepy to try to like ward him off. He's slowly coming closer. We can probably skip some of this.
Go back to your stage. Everything is okay. Let's go
What's that
back
other
to
talking?
That's Funtime Freddy just saying his little catchphrases and voice lines.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Oh yeah, something to note too, right? Like, these places are called observation rooms. Observation 1, observation 2. They're clearly under observation. Huh? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, Legendet, where the nightmares get really tenuous really quickly? If these locations are being, like, specifically labeled observation, like, what? It's so, it's so infuriating. I want more information before we dive into a discussion about it, so we'll keep going through the game. But yeah, maybe the nightmares weren't so just all in the mind after all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Calm down. I think it was just a mouse. Nope, no one is here.
No one's here.
It's bedtime. Let's go back. You must go back to
There's just a lot of gameplay loops, so we'll skip a lot of it.
Yeah.
our stage.
You find yourself between the grown-ups
Ignore the ad.
In the middle of my colonoscopy.
and these hooligans.
Where's that going?
To proceed back through. Great job.
All right, so we've skipped to the place where they're finishing this part up.
You must be hearing things, silly.
Great.
Wait, what's interesting? Hold on, I want to see something there. Okay, yeah, so they all have an online flashing except for this area. So this must be observation 1 and 2, these areas. And then this is just unlabeled?
That's weird. What the heck is going on?
So the elevators are here, right?
I think so.
Because then you go in and it's either side, right? Because the circus gallery's up ahead, or circus control, fun time, yeah, Ballora. So yeah, this is observation 1 and 2, but this isn't explicitly labeled and there's nothing online there. So is that area not being observed? I don't know what that means. And why is the plush trap hallway separate from the nightmare house, which is separate from the minigame house?
I don't know.
It gets into this really weird thing where you're gonna be like, did Afton, so presumably Afton had this bunker built and constructed, he made the Funtime animatronics that we see down here, right? For the
Wait.
Funtime rental service. Yeah.
Idea formulating.
Okay.
Okay, just hear me out.
I
You
am
know how,
ready to
like,
listen.
on like a map of the world, it's like flat, right?
Yeah.
But it's actually like round. I'm not saying this is round, but I'm saying,
round bunker theory.
have you noticed that there's like small like attachment lines, but they're like faded as if they might not actually be there and they're representing that they're there? If you take them and flip them over, it'd be like they're all on together on top of the map.
Could you maybe say that in a different phrasing that I could understand it better?
Okay. It's hard because I can't point to where I'm looking.
Oh,
Okay.
sure.
So you see how there's
So-
like little faded, yeah, those things. There's like faded lines. If you take those and you like when you have a paper and there's like those faded lines and you like fold them over, right? Because it's like representing where you fold them. If you fold them over, then they'd be on top of the map and they'd be connected and it makes sense.
Well, but this is Fredbear's, right? This is so like where is Fredbear's in relation to all these things? Because that's a very obviously separate establishment from any version of the house, right?
But like they're all faded. I think I'm cooking.
So
Do you get what I'm saying?
I barely think I get what you're saying. So you're saying these separate parts of the house could be all attached to one house?
No. Okay.
What are you saying?
Is there a way you can come here and I can point to you?
To guide my mouse, guide my cursor. Tell me where to put my cursor.
Okay, well, I don't know if I can explain it. Okay.
Okay.
Go to the faded line of one of them, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that. Imagine you take that, you fold that entire section, like of buildings, right?
Yeah.
You take it and you flip it over.
What?
So it's on the back side of this main map.
Oh
So that
my
it's, like,
goodness! Oh my goodness!
top.
This is tinfoil hat.
No. It actually
is
makes a lot of
crazy.
sense. But I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying.
Okay, wait. Is this some map knowledge that I don't know? Like, is this some like cartographer stuff? Like, what am I? Where did you get this inspiration?
Because I'm saying they're all faded, right? And if you
they're all
fold
faded.
them, if you take them, right, you take them, and you fold them in, it'd be like they're on top of the bunker level, right? And they actually make sense map-wise too.
So the bunker is below underground, obviously.
Yeah. So
and everything else is on top.
Are on top.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, even if they're on top, there's still distance between them. Like, there's still a
That's why
great
you
disparity.
take them, and you take the folded lines like you do on a piece of paper that you're building like paper, building a thing out of paper.
But
do you
how
understand what I'm saying?
No, listen, Legendet. Oh, crap. Listen to what I'm saying. How on earth? No. How do you reconcile, even under that, Fredbear's Family Diner being here, and the Nightmare Room being over here with the other house here? Like, and the hallway here. Like, that's what I'm saying. There's a, 1, 2, 3. Fredbear's Family Diner is right there. No matter what, these things can't be in Fredbear's Family.
Playmaster. You're not folding. You're not folding.
What does that mean? What do you fold this? If you fold this, like, what do you, like, you conform it? It's just you made a mess. It's a map. It's a map. It's a top-down map, like a bird's eye view thing. How on earth? What? Why is the hallway away from the house? If
it wouldn't be. It's not.
So put the hallway in the house. Where would the hallway be?
I'm gonna cry. Okay. If anyone watching this understands what I'm saying, y'all better comment that I'm right.
Just saying Legendet is absolutely right.
You're not understanding what I'm saying.
Apparently I'm not, bro.
It makes a lot of sense. And I think I'm actually right. Like, I'm not joking.
Okay, listen. Okay, oh my gosh. Do you or do you not think the hallway exists within the nightmare house? Forget the map. Forget any map conversation. Does the plush trap hallway exist in the same place as the nightmare house?
And you fold it. That. Fold it in on the dotted line. And then they're all connected.
I'm gonna need you to make me a frickin' physical version of this map and do whatever mojo magic you're talking about, because I don't understand a thing that you're saying.
I will.
If we
and we're
print
gonna
it,
come back and I'm
if
gonna
we
show you guys.
If we printed this out, could you do what the heck you're saying? Okay, we're going to do that on camera. We're going to print this, and Legendet is going to stand up on her camera, and we're going to watch her cast a spell on this thing to make it do whatever the heck she's talking about.
I'll
and
do that
somehow
right now.
tell me how it makes sense for Fredbear's Family Diner to somehow be there, but these are all in the same place anyway. I don't know.
I stand by this.
I feel like I got lost in the sauce. So what is your what does this mean for what you think of like
I'm just saying it all makes sense now. It's not confusing anymore.
Okay, but even with what you're saying being absolutely correct, do you think this means the nightmares are something literal happening that Afton is observing?
Maybe that part is like, I don't know. But what's not confusing is the map in general.
Well, okay.
This is just telling us, this is confirming it's underground under everything. Let's just say that.
Well, duh. Yeah. Everyone agrees it's underground. I mean, we went down like 10 miles in the elevator to get here, and then there's
will gladly prove my point.
Okay. I can't wait for that.
Great job. This completes your tasks for the night. Please proceed back through the Ballora Gallery with care, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
What if I don't want to come back tomorrow?
Hey. Money is more valuable than your life? Did we forget that for a second?
Oh yeah, I won't go to McDonald's to work. I'll just work here.
Oh wait, we might just be crawling back through. Oh wait, that was a voice.
Is someone there?
Nope.
Nah, this is Ballora.
I can hear someone creeping through my room.
No.
Nope.
You can't.
Perhaps not.
Another shift done.
Hey! Time to go home and watch the show.
I need to see what's happening with Clara.
As the sun sets, so also does another chapter in the saga of love lost between Vlad and his distressed mistress. Can they be reconciled? Can their love rise again? That and more happening now.
Yay.
Clara, the baby isn't mine.
It is Vlad. They had trouble catching him in the nursery today.
So what? Lots of kids get hyper and run around and stuff.
They had to knock him out of the air with a broom.
I have to go.
They're going to dock your paychecks.
They can't do that. I'm a vampire. I don't get paychecks.
You work the graveyard shift at the Fry Me Taco. Don't lie to me.
Oh, the humanity. When will the heartbreak end? When will these two ships passing in the night rekindle their long-lost love? Tune in tomorrow to find out.
Worker.
He is. Wait, he is actually. You're so true. He's a night shift worker at the taco. Yeah. Okay. So there's that. I kind of. Yeah. What do you think?
Who knows?
Yeah. uh,
Daddy just once let me go play with her. She's so pretty and shiny. Didn't you make her just for me?
I don't like where this is going.
I don't like. I don't like where this is going.
Welcome back to another pivotal night of your thriving new career, where you get to really ask yourself, what am I doing with my life? What would my friends say? And most importantly, will I ever see my family again? We understand the stresses of a new job, and we're here for you. To help you reach a more stable and relaxing frame of mind, we offer several musical selections to help make this elevator ride as relaxing and therapeutic as possible. We offer contemporary jazz, classical, rainforest ambiance, as well as a wide selection of other choices. Using the keypad below, please type the first few letters of the musical selection you would prefer. It seems you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you. Thank you for selecting Casual Bongos.
Yeah, I love casual bongos.
Now that your elevator experience has been customized to your needs and you're thoroughly relaxed, it's worth mentioning that due to your lackluster performance yesterday, your pay has been decreased by a substantial amount. Please enjoy the rest of your descent.
Too late to back out? At least we got the music. This is my jam.
Honestly, yeah.
Due to unforeseen malfunctions from today's shows, your nightly duties will require you to perform maintenance that you may or may not be skilled enough to perform. It became necessary for technicians to attempt to disconnect Funtime Freddy's power module. However, they were unsuccessful. Allowing them to try again would be an inefficient path forward, as we would need to allow 6 to 8 weeks for recovery and physical therapy. You will need to reach the parts and service room on the other side of Funtime Auditorium to perform the procedure yourself. Let's check on Laura first and make sure she's on her stage.
I'm sure she's not.
Oh, sort of.
Great. It looks like everything is as it should be in Ballora Gallery. Let's check on Funtime Foxy. It's important to make sure she's on her stage before entering.
All set.
Great. It looks like everything is as it should be in Funtime Auditorium. There is no need to check on Baby tonight. Please refrain from entering unauthorized areas. Proceed directly to Funtime Auditorium.
Funtime Auditorium maintenance vent opened.
What happens if we go in the other one?
Unlike Ballora,
yeah, this is night 3, right? So there is a little like secret that you can get. We'll do the normal night, and then we'll go to what would have happened if you went forward, because it also opened up, right? It said no need to check on Baby, but if you do that anyway, you do get rewarded. But we'll go over that soon.
Funtime Foxy is motion activated. For this reason, it's important to keep the room dark, as to not accidentally activate her. You have been provided with a flash beacon. Use it if you need to get your bearings and to ensure you don't bump into anything. However, use it as sparingly as possible. Proceed forward to reach the parts and service room.
Oh, dang. Oh. No one's here. Okay, Foxy.
Don't worry about that, Foxy. Yeah.
Hey, so you're not even getting closer.
Yeah, a lot of people's complaint about this game is just how slow the gameplay
I'll be
is.
an online.
Alright, yeah, so we make it to the door, open it up.
Motion trigger, parts and service.
Great job reaching parts and service. It seems that Funtime Freddy is out of power, which should make your job much easier. The release switch for the chest cavity is located on the underside of the endoskeleton jaw. To reach it, we will first need to open the face plates. You will need to press the faceplate release triggers in a specific order, and it's important to be as precise and as careful as possible. Locate the small button on Freddy's face, just under his right cheek, and press it. Great! Now locate the button under his left cheek and press it. Great! Now carefully locate and press the button next to Freddy's right eye. Great! Now carefully locate and press the button just above Freddy's nose.
Oh my gosh.
Good job. The faceplates should now be open. Locate and press the small button on the underside of Freddy's endoskeleton jaw. Excellent. The chest cavity should now be open. Remove the power module from the chest cavity. Great work. You will now be required to remove the secondary power module from the Bonnie hand puppet. Press the large black button beneath
but where'd it go?
Bonnie's bow tie to release the power module.
Sir, can't really do my job right now. What is moving on his neck?
Oh, maybe that's our wayward little hand Bonnie thing. Ah.
Press the large black button beneath Bonnie's bow tie to release the power module. Great job. You've acquired both power modules. This completes your tasks for the night. Please exit the building through Funtime Auditorium, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow.
So interesting there. The little hand Bonnie, right, was moving around, and we had to remove both their power modules, right? So like, this will skip through.
Yeah, that one takes forever.
Oh, jump scare.
Bro, died.
Oh wait, what the? Wait, is this jump scare unavoidable? It might be. Because then it goes right into the void, or is it just for the next night?
Daddy, she can make balloons. Have you seen her make balloons? Oh, Daddy, let me go to her.
Oh, it was an unavoidable jump scare because you end up here. That's right.
Okay.
Shh, be still and quiet. You've been sleeping for quite a while. I think they noticed that you never left the building last night. The cameras were searching for you, but they couldn't find you. I have you hidden too well. I kidnapped you.
Thanks.
And now it's a unconventional transition to night 4. However, like I promised, I want to show you the secret you can find in night 3.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, in finds Freddy's location. Now
there's talking in this video.
to me. There's also a link in this.
Trigger. Circus gallery.
Like exactly what time, so she would count them like 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., which currently I think.
Okay, so if you go in and hide again, like you did in night 2, in night 3, when you don't have to, you can like unlock this little scene here.
Did you know that I was on stage once? It wasn't for very long, only one day. What a wonderful day, though. I was in a small room with balloons and a few tables. No one sat at the tables, though, but children would run in and out. Some were afraid of me, others enjoyed my songs. Music was always coming from somewhere else, down a hall. I would always count the children. I'm not sure why. I was always acutely aware of how many there were in the room with me. 2, then 3, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 2, then none. They usually played together in groups of 2 or 3. I was covered in glitter. I smelled like birthday cake. There were 2, then 3, then 5, then 4. I can do something special. Did you know that? I can make ice cream. Although I only did it once. There were 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Something happened when there was 1. A little girl, standing by herself. I was no longer myself, and I stopped singing. My stomach opened, and there was ice cream. I couldn't move, at least, not until she stepped closer. There was screaming for a moment, but only for a moment. Then other children rushed in again, but they couldn't hear her over the sounds of their own excitement. I still hear her sometimes. Why did that happen?
You tell me.
So what was that all about, Legendet?
Well, it has like a thing where if there's only one kid in the room, then it's gonna like kill it.
Yeah. So we might get more elaboration on that later. Interesting. So there's quite a menacing element to Circus Baby. Remember at the beginning they're like, with all due respect, Mr. Afton, those weren't the design choices we were curious about. So do you think they were like, what? Like there was some some weirdness with there that she was designed to kill people, you know, that people were kind of noticing on the board or whatever?
Yeah, they're like, what the heck is that?
Like
That
what
sucks.
is, yeah. Interesting. Who do we think the little girl might have been?
The daughter?
Daddy, why won't you let me go play with her?
Because you'll die. Although she could play if there's other kids around, sounds like.
Right, because it seemed like it was only allowed to kill, so there would be no witnesses, right, when there's only one kid in the room.
So, just have her go in groups.
Yeah. That does bring up an interesting point too, where Afton is like, I don't want my own kid to get got, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, like he'll get the other kids, but not my own kid.
Nope. Protective.
Don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you. I am only going to keep you for a little while. Try not to wiggle, though. You're inside something that came from my old pizzeria. I don't think it was ever used. At least not the way it was meant to be used. Too dangerous. It's just big enough for one person to fit inside, but just barely. You're in the scooping room. Do you know why they call it the scooping room? It's because, dummy, this is the room where they use the scooper. I thought that would be obvious. Isn't that a fun name for something? The scooper. It sounds like something you would use for ice cream, or custard, or sprinkles. It sounds like something you would want at your birthday party to ensure that you get a heaping portion of every good thing. I wonder, though, if you were a freshly opened pint of ice cream, how you would feel about something with that name. Thankfully, I don't think a freshly opened pint of ice cream feels anything at all. Uh-oh. It sounds like someone else is in the building. Shh.
You were the
Who
only
else could
one
be
talking.
coming in the building? What was that?
I said you were the only one talking.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, bring her over. Forward. One. More. Okay, stop. Set her down. Watch the step. What happened to it this time? Just seems like these things can't go a day without breaking down. Who knows? It's always the same then. Some kind of hardware malfunction. Well, hey, I have to be somewhere in 15 minutes, and this place gives me the creeps. Can we just get this over with? It's all auto. We don't have to be here for it. Just get her on the rollers, and we can go.
Oh.
Hi, Blur.
There's something very important that I've learned how to do over time. Do you know what that is? How to pretend. Do you ever play make-believe? Pretend to be one way when you are really the other? It's very important. But Laura never learns. But I do. They think there is something wrong on the inside. The only thing that matters is knowing how to pretend.
What do you think of that whole monologue right there from Circus Baby?
I don't know. Pretend what? Like,
Do we think? Yeah. So my question is, do we think she's being deceptive about something? If she's so good at pretending, like, are we supposed to infer that, like, there's a lie somewhere? She's being deceitful, untruthful.
yeah, probably
You know,
she's trying to get us to let her out or something. I don't know.
Interesting.
Wow.
Scooper action?
I'll open the faceplates for you.
Why?
That way they can find you on the cameras. Now all you have to do is wait. I
Why?
recommend that you keep the spring locks wound up. Your breathing.
What word did we hear?
Spring lock.
So we
That's
are
it.
trapped inside of a spring lock suit right now. So, okay, so she said this was used at her old pizzeria, or like it was meant for her old pizzeria, but it was never used, at least not the way it was meant to be used. So this brings up a question of what is this suit? What character is it? What's its history? We know it's spring lock technology, which is kind of weird for the time period, because this was opening up after the massive success of Freddy Fazbear's, or was that just their rental service? I don't know, but like, what do we think, of this suit?
I mean, it's probably killed someone before, is my guess.
So like when
That's
she
all I
says it
have.
wasn't used, at least not the way it was meant to be used, it was something like sinister, like nefarious
Yeah.
going on with this suit. Do we have any idea of what it could be? Like what character?
It looks like I don't know. It looked like an animal type form, at least.
Yeah, it was weird because there's no like, you know, like eye things really. It was just open holes, obviously, because you'd see through. The same thing with the mouth. So like, it seems like it's very incomplete maybe at the same time. I don't know, it's weird to me with the shaping of things. Like it's not fully formed. Because even like the Spring Bonnie and the Fredbear Spring Locks had those fully on, like, you know,
Yeah.
shaped heads for you to wear. These look like very big, unless they just look bigger on the inside and they're not that big on the outside, you know? But yeah, I don't know, this suit is quite the puzzle. It is worth noting we don't see a Funtime Chica in here, so some people think maybe this could be a, you know, the Funtime
Oh.
Chica that we don't see.
Sure.
But there is another thing brought up somewhere along the line about a Chica's, what is it, like a Chica's Party World? And some say that Funtime Chica is just there, and that's the most intuitive answer. So it gets, we'll talk about that later when we come across Chica's Party World. But yeah, for now, this suit is quite the puzzle. Exactly what it's been through, I don't know. She said too dangerous too, so it's like, was it just not used the way it was meant to be used because it's too dangerous? It was like decommissioned, right? Because other spring locks were decommissioned, right? Or
Maybe.
does her connotation of voice imply that it was something directly sinister? You know, it's hard to tell with the semantics of it, but okay. So do you remember, like, in FNAF 3, right? We mentioned this earlier. They mentioned simultaneous spring lock failures at a sister location. Do we
yeah.
think the sister location phone guy was referring to there because they had to decommission all the spring locks after that was Circus Baby's Pizza World, or somehow, or like, I don't know.
Maybe.
Because sister location doesn't have to mean the thing from the game called sister location, strictly speaking. It just feels very much like you've mentioned the phrase sister location before in your series and make a game
And
literally
now
called that.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like there's a direct correlation there.
It'd
Although
be
FNAF
misleading.
2 was a prequel, right? Even though it was labeled like FNAF 2, you know. So like, there are rug pulls all the time, and Scott Cawthon at this point, ever since FNAF 4 happened, you know, he loves to be intentionally hard to follow. So it's really hard to argue simplicity's sake on a lot of these points, just because of the nature of FNAF storytelling methods. But
Yeah.
you know, I really do enjoy how when no time passes, you don't even tell. All right, now, Legendet, are you ready to continue Sister Location Night 4, which got mysteriously paused for some reason?
I know, I don't know why it's paused, but let's just hit play again.
Alrighty.
Breathing and your heartbeat are causing them to come loose. Locks wound up. I'd recommend that you keep the spring locks wound up. Your breathing and your heartbeat are causing them to come loose. You don't want them to get too loose. Trust me.
Laura just like hanging out there is so creepy.
I know. So ominous. How long do you just have to sit there?
Quite a while. This is sort of like your gameplay for a while. I didn't see these
Oh.
things come after you.
Oh.
The
That is
little
so
mini
cute.
arenas.
How do you get rid of them? Like.
So icky. Look at these guys. Ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah, so just you survive long enough.
I love how this is so different from the other setup, like, of the games. Like, it's so different.
Yeah, and it's kind of been on a trend. Like FNAF World was like really different. Now Sister Location is like a very unique experience and comparative to the others. It's pretty cool. Our favorite time.
As the moon rises, so also rises the tension between scorned lovers.
Clara is not my baby.
Vlad, you suck.
Wait, was that a vampire joke? That was so lame, Clara. Like I haven't heard that a million times.
Okay, well, how's this? I'm taking the car.
The joke's on you. It's a rental.
Well, the joke's on you. I set the thermostat to 90 before I left.
Good. I like it warm.
Good, because I also set the house on fire.
How will it all end? The passion, the tension, the intrigue. Tune in tomorrow for the
So here's something interesting. Where have we seen a fire before?
Oh, the was it the walkthrough thing?
Yeah, FNAF 3, the Fazbear's Fright. Yeah. So that burned down, and remember we were wondering if it was like intentional by the night guard, even though a lot of people were blaming it on the wiring, right, from the newspaper and stuff. So that is something interesting. Maybe it matters somewhat. I don't know.
exciting conclusion.
I mean, maybe it could be like representing the two co-owners, because there's two of them.
Oh, so you're saying one's, yeah, so to go by the books, I remember when we read last time, the summary that we read didn't give a name to the co-owner, but it's not really like a spoiler because the next, like the upcoming books would just give the name anyway. So the name of the co-owner is Henry, who is from the books, Charlie's father. So yeah, so you're saying this could be like Henry and William?
Kind of like how, like, them fighting about something with the company.
Yeah, interesting. And like the vampire one is not taking responsibility for something. Yeah, that's assuming the co-owner exists in games as well, since technically we don't have confirmation of that yet, even though we did get the Afton confirmation here. But yeah, interesting.
Daddy isn't watching.
Welcome
actually
back
clicked out.
to your last day on the job.
But Daddy isn't watching. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That is the last day of your first week. Some of the most valued qualities that we like to see in new employees are determination, fearlessness, and a genuine disregard for instinctive self-preservation. You've earned your 1-week bonus, which will be given to you in the form of a delightful gift basket, the cost of which will be taken out of your next paycheck. We have gift baskets containing
that's not a
fruit,
gift.
nuts, flowers, and of course the ever-popular cash basket. Using the keypad below, please enter the first few letters of the gift basket you would like to receive. It seems you had some trouble with the keypad.
If you choose the cash basket, that's literally just your money that you're supposed to be getting paid anyway, because they're taking it out of your next paycheck, they said. So if you choose the cash basket, it's literally just them paying you creatively. Like,
yeah, that's nothing.
It's still the best option though, because otherwise you're gonna end up with like the fruit or whatever that you end up, which you might not want anyway. So you're literally just choosing to keep your money the way you want. Oh my goodness.
I see what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you. Thank you for selecting exotic butters.
What? I don't. He's like, no, I don't want exotic butters.
Please be aware that there are still 2 technicians on site today. Try to avoid interfering with their work if possible.
So there's still 2 technicians on site. Remember we had a couple that came in last night?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And presumably they got us out of the springlock suit, right? Because remember Baby told us that she opened up the faceplate so they could see us on the cameras. So presumably they saw us stuck in there and came and got us out. I guess that's what we're supposed to assume, right?
I think so.
Possible. Also, feel free to ask them why they are still there and encourage them to go home.
So do we think it's suspicious that they're still here?
Yeah, maybe. Like, are they?
Because if even, yeah, even hand unit is like, tell them to go home. Like, Something might be amiss.
They might be investigating.
Motion trigger. Entryway vent.
Let's check on Ballora and make sure she's on her stage.
Oh.
Oh. Is that a dead guy hanging?
Yeah, look at this.
Maybe that's one of the workers.
I think it probably is. Yikes.
Great. Now let's check
Great.
on Funtime Foxy.
Uh-oh. Yep.
Yeah, that is haunting. Like,
That's
is that
so
a haunting image right there to look at?
Yeah.
So, what do we think happened to him? Do we think the fun times got to him?
Yep. That's what I'm thinking.
Great. It looks like everything is as it should be in Funtime Auditorium. Your test
I don't know
today
about
will
that.
involve more maintenance work. Circus Baby had a rough day and is in need of repair. You will be required to reach the parts and service room by once again sneaking through Funtime Auditorium. As
Thanks.
always, please proceed with caution.
Funtime Auditorium maintenance vent open.
So again, we come to like, why the heck are we still doing this? Like, we actively are seeing 2 dead bodies now.
Yeah.
After narrowly surviving ourselves, and we're persistent on coming down here.
Trigger parts and motion trigger parts and service.
Great job reaching parts and service. Circus Baby has been deactivated for an unknown reason. It's your job to make sure she is structurally stable
Probably a good
and secured
reason.
to the conveyor. Our technicians will take it from there.
I don't think they will.
Can you hear me? I'm pretending.
Yeah.
Remember how I said I could pretend? The cameras are watching. I must be careful not to move. Something bad happened yesterday. Something bad always happens. I don't want it to happen again. There is something bad inside of me. I'm broken. I can't be fixed. I'm going to be taken to the scooping room soon, but it's not going to fix what's wrong with me. What is bad is always left behind. Will you help me? I want you to save what is good, so the rest can be destroyed and never recovered. But you must be careful. Ballora is here, in the room with us. Ballora will not return to her stage. Ballora will not return to her body. You must be careful.
To her
You must
body.
remain calm.
That's a really weird way of putting it. I guess we'll see. What do you think of what she said so far? So there's something bad inside of her, and something bad happened yesterday.
I mean, maybe she killed those guys.
Right. I think that's
And-
what happened yesterday, yeah.
I'm wondering if it's just like the corruption of like being like a dead person inside this thing. Like,
Right.
even if you still have that like childness in you, it's like all messed up now.
Yeah.
And listen to my voice. There is a button on my cheek. You must find it and press it. There is a passcode that you must enter before you can retrieve me. Enter the code carefully. 8 5 8 1 8 7
Do these numbers mean anything, or is it just
5?
So I think right now it's just for the code. There are different instances of numbers in this game that we will talk about later on when we get to the more secrets and stuff. But right now I do think it's just the code puzzle that, you know, you have to click it in time from what she tells you and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll look more closely at some of those ideas
What-
later.
What happens if you don't click it in time?
Honestly, I'm not sure. You die, probably. Maybe. So Ballora is in the room somehow with us. I imagine that's the threat here.
Unless she just repeats it.
Yeah, I usually stick to these successful walkthrough videos, so a lot of the jump scares, actually, I don't know much about what happens when. Because I don't play the games as much as I just watch, like, look at them, so, yeah.
5. Good. A hatch should have opened. Take the card that you find inside. Now you must turn back. I will guide you through Funtime Auditorium so you can reach the scooping room. When you are there, I want you to destroy this body. Put the card into your handheld device, and I can continue to speak to you. Now, press the green button to your left. This will send me to the scooping room.
But yeah, you saw that, like, we removed something from her, right? And
It's
now
like a
she
chip.
says and she says
Destroy
we'll
this
still be able
body.
to, like, we'll still be able to hear her, so... Here, I kind of want to see that
Put
again.
the card into your handheld. Now you must take the card that you...
So yeah, this thing. So, Legendet, what does that imply about Circus Baby here, and perhaps some of the other Funtime animatronics?
Is that where they possess?
So yeah, so that's a thought, right? But the fact that there's something else I feel like we're trying to push towards here with this. Keep this in mind, and maybe later on I'll circle back to it. But yeah, not a bad thought for now.
Side. Now you must turn back. I will guide you through Funtime Auditorium so you can reach the scooping room. When you are there, I want you to destroy this body. Put the card into your handheld device, and I can continue to speak to you. Now, press the green button to your left. This will send me to the scooping room.
That doesn't look very green to me.
Yeah. Oh well.
You must follow my instructions in Funtime Auditorium. Ballora is going to follow you. She will try to catch you. I will help you avoid her. She will not follow you inside the scooping room. She is afraid. Go back now. Go forward. Stop. Go forward and left. Keep going. Stop. Be silent. Go forward and left.
This would be so creepy to do in person, like, actually.
I know, right?
Stop. Go forward. You are almost there. Stop. She is right in front of you. Don't move. He is here to help, Ballora. He is not here to hurt us. Ballora, he is here to help us. Go forward again. Ballora is behind you. She is afraid of the scooping room. She will not follow you.
Yeah, so Baby's telling Ballora there that we're here to help. So she thinks we're doing something positive for them, whatever she's trying to get us to do.
Warning, you've entered a highly dangerous area. You have entered from Maintenance Hatch 1B, reserved for cleaning and repair of the scooper. Entering this side of the room is strictly prohibited by unauthorized personnel.
You are in the scooping room now.
I thought.
Oh.
The fun times are taken apart here. We see Foxy, Ballora.
Dang.
Freddy's over there. But so that's probably why she was talking about her body, right? Because Ballora's body is dissembled.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have just been like the endoskeleton, right? Haunting us.
Right.
Around there.
You are in the scooping room now. Funtime Foxy has already been here today. Funtime Freddy
clearly.
has already been here today. Ballora has already been here today. Circus Baby has already been here today. I've been out before.
Whoa,
but they
whoa,
always
look at that thing.
Oh my gosh.
They always put us back inside. There's nowhere for us to hide here. There is nowhere to go when we look like this. But if we looked like you, then we could hide. If we looked like you, then we would have somewhere to go. The scooper only hurts for a moment.
So what's gonna happen?
No.
So, Legendet, just to what do you think is going on here right now? Like recap-ish time.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, what is this guy? What has become of all these guys? What the heck is Baby talking about?
That's Circus Baby, isn't it?
That's talking to us right now?
Out the window.
Oh, so... Well, take a look at this thing, right? It doesn't quite look like any of them, right? So...
I don't know what that is.
Well, we'll keep going, and we might get a better idea of what this thing is. But what do they want with us, based off of that dialogue?
Our, like, skin?
Yeah, man.
Only hurts for a moment.
Dang.
So we've done been scooped.
So we're just dead?
Our insides have been ripped out.
Don't tell Daddy that I'm here. I wanted to watch a show too. I don't know why he won't let me come see you. You're wonderful. Where did the other children go?
Here comes something pretty cool.
The same music as the show.
Yeah. Did you see that?
What the heck? Oh, that's so creepy.
So what happened to us?
Are we like a robot now?
So they're probably, that thing we saw outside, is it like inside our bodies now? Probably, right?
Oh my gosh.
Because they wanted to look like us, they said, you know, So they ripped out our insides and replaced it with them.
That is so crazy. What the heck?
It's so creepy. Oh, and now we have this mini game.
Ice cream or cupcakes? I don't know.
Just shucking at cupcakes at him.
Didn't they say that she did ice cream though?
Yeah, she dispenses ice cream, but for whatever reason, she's absolutely throwing cupcakes at everyone. Yeah. Ice cream.
So are they playing this, or is it just a video?
This is something you play. Like when you get it, you like actually play it. Yeah.
Why is he going back? No.
So what just happened
That's
there?
Death.
So who is that? That just
The
got
little
absolutely
girl.
eviscerated. Yeah, that's
The
been
poor
talking
little
through the whole
girl.
game. Yeah. Look
That's
what
why
happened to
Dad
her,
said
dude.
stay away.
And remember her speech from The Secret in Night 3? What, that she can only, like, she's programmed and there's to count children constantly, so that when there's only one, she knows.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
and she's like, I can't
that
control
happens.
it. Absolutely eviscerated by this claw and just like scooped inside of her. Like, look at that. Just in you go.
How rude. She just wanted ice cream, buddy.
And remember, this was probably Afton's daughter, right? Because
Mhm.
she keeps saying, Daddy, why won't you let me go play with her? So she disobeyed when there was no children and got eviscerated.
That's why you
So-
listen to your daddy.
That's why you listen to your serial killer father.
Yeah.
So yeah, so baby's probably possessed by her then for sure, right?
Mhm. R.I.P.
Welcome back to your last day on the job. That is
So, you know how you can usually go back for a 6th night on most FNAF games?
Mhm.
There's like a secret sort of custom night situation that goes on here.
Is the last day of your first
that we're about to watch
week.
here.
Some of the most valued qualities that we like to see in new employees are determination, fearlessness, and a genuine disregard.
We can skip through a lot of this. We heard it,
Technicians
right?
on site today.
In Funtime Auditorium. Go forward.
Access granted.
So
wait, so how does that happen?
So I can look up exactly what you do, but basically you don't do what she tells you there. Yeah, so you disobey her instructions and run forward and to the right instead of left.
Oh.
So you basically just do the opposite of what she tells you to do. And then you unlock this segment of the game.
Wait, it's like security.
It seems that you have accidentally
Legendet, what do we see? What do we see? Oh, wait, hold on.
To a restricted area. Due to
What is
hey,
that?
look, it's the stuffed animal thing.
It is! Yo!
Ah! Yo!
From FNAF 4! So, this creates some discussion. Why are we seeing the plush here in the sister location bunker?
Who knows?
And look what it's holding.
Is that like a mic, like a walkie-talkie?
Right, a lot of people think it's some sort of walkie-talkie speaker device. Some say it's just a control for things in the bunker, but under the idea that it's a walkie-talkie, what might that suggest about the plush?
He's got a partner?
Well, maybe, so some people have used this to speculate that Afton was speaking through the plush. Because if there might be like a walkie-talkie inside of it, you know? And that's why I was talking to the crying child, was Afton was speaking through it, through the walkie-talkie system. Admittedly, a lot of it doesn't necessarily make total sense with what we see, like with exactly what we see in FNAF 4, but I think the idea is interesting because of this object placed right within, you know, in this bunker here. But yeah, what do you think of it being here and all that? Do you think, how much does it imply about the plush?
Well, I don't know.
It's so weird. Because that plush behaved so oddly in FNAF 4. Yeah, like seeing it truly physical, like not in minigame form, just chilling in here down the sister location bunker in this like private room. Like this is Afton's private room here, right? Like this is the office. So like, why does he have it here? It's so interesting. But yeah.
Wait, so is this before or after the fourth one?
Ah, you know, Legendet? We will talk timeline of different elements of sister location when we finish going through the game. We'll do like our little, because you know how we like to go through and talk about specific mysteries at the end to get your exact thoughts out. Timeline is a big point of discussion through multiple facets of sister location, so we'll get to that. But I do want to kind of have the whole thing in its scope first before we debate that. That's for now. I just really wanted you to notice that the darn Fredbear plush is down here.
Due to the sensitive nature of the materials that you may be exposed to here, you will not be allowed to leave until the cleanup crew arrives at 6 a.m. So hang tight. Rest assured that you will be promptly rescued, fired, then sent home. Thank you for being an employee. We hope that your experience has not been as regrettable as ours.
Okay. So I had this pulled up as a secret video because I didn't know he was going to do it here. Look what he typed in 1983 into this keypad here. Like if you do it how the numbers would be, he typed in 1983 and look what showed up on the video feeds.
Oh. That's the fourth one.
That's the FNAF 4 bedrooms and the plush trap hallway.
What the heck?
So remember how we were talking about how on the map earlier, it was like on the observation rooms, but now we're literally seeing camera feeds. So Afton literally has cameras in those physical locations, recording them at a moment's notice. That can only be accessed by typing in 1983.
Okay. Maybe he wanted to have eyes on his like kids or something.
Ooh, like he was like monitoring the crying child.
Mm-hmm.
But why? And why the house?
I mean, unless he had like some nefarious plan for the crying child and to go with like the speaker thing and the stuffed animal, like I don't know.
Yeah, because the way the Fredbear plush was talking was very weird. Like it was very much like being like, oh, your brother hates you, and like, you know, there's actually something to fear. Because like it was feeding into the crying child's delusions, right? Like it was like stoking the fire of his misery, you know, which is very weird.
It's almost like Afton was seeing his like fears and monitoring him, and now he's like, let's just say that it was the microphone thing, whatever. Like, now he's like trying to make it go a certain way.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
yeah. So, but then what about, so the nightmares that we had take place in this room, do we think those were nightmares of this room, or literally stuff was happening, like some weird, like I don't know, like messed up hallucination thing was going on with this room, like literally, like was Afton setting that up, and that's what the nightmares were, or are the nightmares actual dreams? Well, no, because we hear the FNAF 1 phone call distorted, right? We were talking about that, which is why we think is the guard. So they had to be like dreams of the guard at some point, right?
Yeah.
So FNAF 4, no matter what, has to be dreams at some point in time. But I guess the question is, was it ever sort of real with all this monetarization stuff going on?
I feel like it was just nightmares.
Yeah. Yeah. But then why all this? What is going on here?
Like I said, I think he was trying to monitor the crying child or something.
Yeah. Interesting. I wonder to what end, though, he'd be spying on his own kid.
Why didn't you trust me?
Oh.
Why didn't you trust me? Why didn't you believe me?
Maybe because you were bringing us to that frickin' scooper room.
The scooper room?
Sometimes I don't understand why people...
Yeah, so this is like an alternate ending, right? So like if you disobey, so like now it's two separate endings, right? So we gotta talk about which is canon, right?
I thought you liked me. I thought I did everything right.
The voice is honestly so creepy.
So much.
We need you so that we can leave. We need you so that we can hide. We need you so that we can look like you.
Let's see.
Able to try again. If they find us like this, we won't be able
Right, because they'll probably be like, what is going on? We're deactivating everything if they see this crap happening.
Gotta get rid of all of them.
Yeah.
If they find us like this, we won't be able to try again. You must help us. You must let us inside the room.
You like how it's sort of like classic gameplay now?
I do. It kind of ties it all in together.
Yeah. Oh. So that's the guy coming after us. Where have we seen him before?
Is that the guy at the window?
Yep, outside of the scooper room looking at us. So that guy is called Ennard. So whenever anyone says Ennard, this is who they're referring to. Also,
is there a reason?
Yes. So remember he like, let me look up the definition of Ennard real quick. That'll help.
Oh.
So it's generally taken as a combination of endoskeleton and innards because what did it do to us? Went inside of us, right? Our main character guy.
Right.
So it's called Ennard, you know. What can be assumed about this guy, since all the other Funtime animatronics were scooped in the scooper room, and now we have this?
I don't know. Like, well, I don't know who this is.
So the idea is probably it's like an amalgamation of them, like they're endoskeletons, right? Because they all get ripped out of their bodies. Yeah, because they all want to escape, right? And Baby keeps saying us, we, right? So it's like Ennard is like the amalgamation of the Funtime animatronics put in this thing, and now it's trying to get inside of a human skin. And see how it's like FNAF 1 where you have to close things and manage your power.
Isn't this why you came here? To be with her again?
Oh? Isn't this why you came here? To be with her again? What does that tell us?
Be with who?
Well, who's the her? Who's the her? What is like the only actual girl we know in this game?
The ballerina, other than Circus Baby.
Okay, what girl would perhaps a human night guard want to see again? What human girl do we know of from this game?
The sister?
The little girl, right? So who's our player character?
The brother?
The brother, so it's Foxy Bro that ties it all in. So this is this is the guy that put the crying child in Fredbear, right? And his sister is the one who got scooped by Circus Baby. And now he's down here. So that's why he keeps coming back no matter how dangerous it is. Because his family is directly tied into this, right?
But like, what's his goal?
I guess we don't really know yet. But she thinks he came down here to see Elizabeth. But keep this in mind. Baby is referring to sorry, I don't know if we've been given the name Elizabeth yet. That slipped out. But if I say Elizabeth, I'm referring to the little girl character.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think in game we've had that name yet, but the little sister girl that we think is a sister, right? Is being referred to as a separate entity than Circus Baby herself. Remember I was asking earlier about the whole chip thing that she said, put in your hand unit, I'll talk to you through that. You had to remove the chip. That's what Circus Baby considered herself as. Now she's talking about the little girl as a separate entity, despite the fact that that little girl is probably possessing her. What does this mean? These are robots. Do you try to see what I'm trying to lead you to, Legendet, or do you not know?
No.
I'm gonna keep going.
No, I want to know.
And it will only hurt for a moment.
So that's interesting too. She said you won't die. So whatever happens to us and Scuba enters inside of us, we're still there. You know, like we're still alive with them inside of us.
It's weird.
And we're halfway through the night. Isn't the background music, like ambiance, really good?
It's really good.
Like I'm
I know how to
absolutely
do it.
vibing to it.
Yeah.
Do you think those cameras on the, you know, the nightmare room, are those like live feeds? Do we think?
Probably. I don't know why they wouldn't be.
Because that would mean whenever this, you know, game takes place, that house is still there. Like very similar to the way it was whenever we saw it.
True.
You know, FNAF 4. It also means that no matter what you think about the nightmares, I'll pause it so we can talk about that voice real quick, but no matter what you see in the nightmares, like this room physically existed, so it wasn't just a total concoction of the imagination, it's like an actual place that someone's having nightmares about, you know?
Right, it exists. Physically.
Right, yeah. And now, do you hear the hello?
Yeah, is that the sister?
Right, because that wasn't Baby's voice, right?
They're probably trying to entice him.
Right, yeah. AM, 1 more hour.
Almost there. This guy like has it down.
Yeah. Imagine actually being good at playing video games. Oh, did you hear her say that?
What did she say?
I know it was an accident. So actually, is she referring to her death or the crying child's death?
I think the crying child, because like
right, because she's talking to
hers was less of an accident and more of a dang that happened. Like,
I mean, you design a murder robot.
Yeah.
Don't go near this thing, my good daughter.
Yeah.
It's meant to kill people your age.
Yeah, it was just disobeying when it happened. But
yeah.
The crying child, that was just pure accident.
Right.
Like
that was the brother
They're
just
being
being like,
stupid.
a dink, yeah, and then like, because he was like, oh, I'm sorry, as he was dying. So like, he was like, oh, feeling really bad about like, oh, this I did not mean for this to happen.
Yeah.
She said something a little bit before that accident line though that I didn't quite catch.
I think I was talking.
Is it I don't understand?
Probably. I
I
couldn't
thought
really
I
tell.
don't understand.
Yeah, I think it was that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe you don't understand. It's either I don't understand or you don't understand. Dang, everything is what? I'm still here? Do you think the captions catch it if I turn this on?
Maybe.
Yeah, they do get it. Everything is okay. I'm still here.
Man, the mental games they're playing on this dude. I feel bad for
This, yeah, this is insane. Imagine going down and realizing like your father built a murder mech that killed your little sister after you accidentally killed your little brother, and then now this crap is happening to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, so this does actually timeline placement. If that accident line is referring to the bite of 83, right, the Fredbear thing, that means it has to be after that, whenever this is taking place, right, for sure.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Also, it implied this whole thing at the beginning was started after the massive success as Freddy Fazbear's, which it depends when you want to say, like, oh, when was it considered a massive success? Because it was booming for quite a bit, that Freddy Fazbear's specifically. So, like,
yeah.
Does that mean, when was the business starting to boom and when was this founded? But yeah, anyways. And there's a difference between when Circus Baby's world was started, the rental service was started, and when this game is happening, right? That's all separate stuff, so yeah. You have to let me inside.
Aww.
So do we think this is actually his sister talking, or it's Baby using her voice?
I think it's Baby. Because she was like,
Yeah.
oh, you couldn't see her, didn't you? And then...
Yeah, to be manipulative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, she said she loves playing pretend earlier. Remember that? She's like, you gotta be a
Yeah.
master of playing pretend.
I feel like they're getting irritated.
Yeah.
Yay!
Now you can enjoy some time at home after that fun little work shift.
Hey, we should watch a show.
Yeah.
As the trees sway in the wind, so
Just imagine all that happening, like all that traumatic stuff, and then you just go home to watch this. Like,
You're just like, okay, here we go.
also do emotions sway
Chilling.
between star-crossed lovers.
there's his bin of exotic butters that he.
Oh,
apparently
did they? What is that?
that?
That's hilarious.
You burned down my house?
You call that a house? It was like a morgue in there.
I may be undead, but you're heartless.
You need to see your son.
The baby isn't mine.
He ate the cat.
Sounds like something he got from your side of the family.
Well, how's this? I'm keeping the diamond ring.
The joke's on you. I found it in a kid's meal.
You bought a kid's meal? Oh, Vlad!
Clara.
What?
You, hi, jokes on. I found it in a kids meal. You bought a kids meal?
What?
What does that mean?
I'm lost for words.
As the hair on the back of a cat stands up straight, so also does the love between Vlad and Clara stand up against all obstacles. But what about the baby? What about the back child support? Stay tuned next season for those answers and more.
Well, I'm glad their relationship was resolved.
Our cat, though. Cat was really a sacrifice. The baby just ate that thing. Oh?
Oh, no! Oh, it's so creepy. We're really sad. I will find a way out.
Eating popcorn as fast as they can.
Try to enjoy it while you have it.
So, if this thing was able to get here so quickly, what might that suggest about where the bunker is in relation to wherever this guy is living?
Under the house.
Right, a lot of people take it to mean that it's like the bunker is under this house or accessed in some way through this house. Right. Or at the very least, this house is very nearby. So, yeah.
Wow, it's so smart to stay in that house after.
Right. Oh, and that concludes just the raw game.
Wow.
So how'd you like that?
That was a
Sister
good
location, baby.
I do feel like some of like the actual mini games were kind of probably on the more boring side to play.
Yeah.
But
That's
I
what a lot
love
of people
the
had a
whole-
problem.
But I love
Yeah, a
the
lot
whole
of people
story
says more.
aspect of it.
Yes. This
Makes
is
it
my
worth it.
favorite. Yeah, my favorite FNAF game for story, lore, atmosphere. Like, of the ones we've seen so far, for sure. It's my favorite. But, yeah, so which ending do you think would be more likely to be canon?
Probably this one.
The one where he does not get scooped and this guy comes to visit him at his house?
Yeah, because I feel like if this is like the son and he has somewhat of an idea, it seems like, of what's going on, I feel like he'd be smarter than to just mindlessly follow the directions.
Yeah, interesting. Well, we have something else to check out. We already did the 1983 Easter egg. There is another minigame that we need to watch from this. That's another one you can unlock. So on that last custom night thing, you can set it to different difficulties, right? If you do a mode that's called like Golden Freddy difficulty, after completing it, you'll be rewarded with this minigame, which will be interesting to talk about once you see.
Purple guy?
It's a guy with a purple shirt.
Must be purple guy. How did you say we get this again?
On that last night, it acts like a custom night where you can set different difficulties. On Golden Freddy difficulty, which is like a really, really hard one, this you are rewarded with this.
Oh, that guy's sad now.
Does our skin tone look a little bit different too?
Yeah. What? All the green guys. Oh, not all of them. Oh. No one's very happy anymore.
Nope. No.
Oh boy. That guy's hiding. Could this be representing how like corrupt we get over time?
We'll see. We'll see what exactly is going on.
Oh boy. What? What? Did he just like throw up his bones?
You won't die. You won't die.
Hear that?
You won't die.
Oh, it's the scooper thing.
You won't
Yeah.
die. You won't die. You won't die. You won't die. You won't die.
Look at the sewer.
The sewer?
Yeah, look, the little thing on the sidewalk.
Where?
Bottom right.
Oh. I see it now.
Bunch
What
of
the-
eyes.
Ugh.
And look, and he's like animated despite coughing up that thing. So what was that thing that he spit out?
His body?
What does it look like?
Bones.
Well, look at all the eyes inside of it.
What the?
See all the eyes in it?
Mm-hmm.
So what is that?
People?
That is Ennard. Remember that we saw that was going to put inside of the guy in sister location? The bunker? Remember he had eyes all over his body?
No.
Let me show you, let me show you. You can't really see it here, actually.
Why would that make any sense? You're coughing up Ennard?
Go. When we
Look, you can see the
look
eyes
like
pop
this.
around his body here.
But if we looked like you,
I don't see any
then we
eyes.
could hide. If
Well, you can
we
also see like the
looked
wiring
like
too,
you,
which it sort of looks like
then we would have somewhere
here.
to go.
See?
The scooper only hurts for a moment.
It just looks like bones to me.
Well, so it is implied that it's supposed to be like with the eyes, and this is supposed to be look like the tangled machinery and stuff. Also, that paired with the scooper literally going inside of you. The idea is that the player character sister location had it put inside of him, and now he's like coughing it up. Like,
So the canon one is the one he got scooped.
that's what most people take it as. Is the canon one is the one where you get into the scooper room. Because other things and later on, but this is a big indicator of that too. And also his body is what? Why does it look like this? Probably.
See, it has no bones.
Right, it's been decaying this whole time ever since he got scooped. And it's because it's all purple because it's like decayed. But then he won't die, so for some reason, he's able to like resuscitate himself. And now he has the glowing like possessed eyes. It's almost like he's possessing himself in a weird sort of way, you know what I'm saying?
That's so weird. The heck?
Yeah, so he's still alive. So that's what became of the last Afton child to be alive.
Poor dude. Poor dude. Rough family.
Rough family to be born into, bro. Well, yeah, so he's out there, that means. Just, like, this weird, like, decayed zombie thing that's, like, alive through supernatural means. And this thing is also out there. The Ennard amalgamation is just in the sewers. Isn't that pretty crazy?
That is so weird. My gosh.
And with that, there is one last part of Sister Location for like a video that we need to watch before we get into the smaller secrets. So to unlock this one, what you have to do is you go to the custom night again, right? You beat it on the Golden Freddy preset, but you set it to very hard, and you'll be rewarded with this, which is another very interesting scene.
Father, it's me, Michael.
Boom. So we have a name for our player character now. Well, we had Mike, sorry. We knew that because the sticker at the beginning.
Yeah.
But Michael, right. So Michael is, you know, our player character through a lot of these games, we're thinking, right? He's the son of Afton. So this is, he's talking now, and this is addressed to his father, which is, you know, William Afton.
Did it. I found it. It was right where you said it would be. They were all there. They didn't recognize me at first, but then they thought I was you. And I found her. I put her back together, just like you asked me to. She's free now. But something is wrong with me. I should be dead, but I'm not. I've been living in shadows. There is only one thing left for me to do now. I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come find you.
Okay, hold on. Can you rewind it?
Yeah.
Because my headset started freaking out.
Wow. Where do you want me to put it?
I don't know. It started just buzzing.
Okay. What's the last thing you heard him say?
Something about like I put her back together.
Okay.
I put her back together, just like you asked me to. She's free now. But something is wrong with me. I should be dead, but I'm not. I've been living in shadows. There is only one thing left for me to do now. I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come find you.
And who's that?
Who is that? Is that Springtrap?
Yeah, it is. Yep, it sure is. So he's popped up. Remember, like we said, there's reason to believe he might still be alive after the fire because of the teaser thing. Now we know for sure after the Fazbear's fire, he's up and back.
Oh my gosh, bro will always come back.
He always comes back. It's his motto. So yeah, this
Every
looks to me like the burned down remains, right? And then he pops up. Ding.
Somehow he's still here.
And so Michael here is also like an undead corpse thing, and now he's on a mission to come find his father. So that's probably going to be what comes next in the timeline, right? Whatever's going to happen with that. So, anything about the speech you want to talk about? Because there's some weird points here. He said,
yeah, it's
actually,
weird that he was saying like you told me to, or where you said you left it. Like what?
Yeah, let's go through this line by line. We'll pause and discuss what we think it means, because this is an important speech.
Father, it's me, Michael.
What does it mean by father?
Father.
I did it. I found it. It was right where you said it would be.
The bunker?
Okay. Right, so I imagine he's talking about the bunker. So now it seems like he was sent by Afton to go down there. So I found it was right where you said it would be. It's got to be the bunker, right?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. But why does Afton want him to go down there?
I know, right?
We're all there. They didn't recognize me at first, but then they thought I was you.
So that's a weird part too. They clearly didn't recognize him at the beginning, but I don't exactly know at what point they were like, oh, this is Afton, this is William. You know?
Unless he's talking about other games as well.
True. Because
Like
perhaps that's
any
why
of
they're
them.
so aggressive towards him. They're like, this is the guy, get him.
Yeah.
This also leads us to wonder, like, since he's like a weird corpse thing now, when did that happen in the timeline? You know, comparative to when like other games are going on. But we'll talk about that later. Oh.
And I found her. I put her back together, just like you asked me to.
So what does that mean? Are we thinking?
The sister? Or
Right, so it's got to be the sister, right? The girl inside Circus Baby. So like, what? I put her back together just like you asked me to. What there that he did constituted putting her back together? I guess, you know.
I mean, obviously Afton didn't want his daughter to die. So maybe he told the son about the bunker somehow so that he could try to set her free. Somehow.
Right, because it often was like, hey, the whole time to the girl, like, don't go play with this thing. Like, that was the whole, like, her voice lines. So then after she got murdered by it. Oh, also to talk about that, what's the real reason Circus Baby's Pizza World probably closed? Not gas leaks.
Murder.
Right, remember from the very beginning, it was like, oh, closed early due to gas leaks. Nah, it's probably the Elizabeth event. But yeah, so putting her back together though, like, if she's dead, possessed inside the animatronic, because remember that parallels what was told to the crying child in FNAF 4 too, by the plush at the end. It said, I will put you back together, remember?
Yeah.
So could that be Afton talking there too, if that's something phrases he uses for his like kids?
Maybe.
Like, I will put you back together. What's always confused me about this line is, what did Michael even do in Sister Location to put the sister back together? Like, I don't understand, you know?
I don't know.
But-
Maybe she wasn't even functioning before we got there.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's the other thing. Remember we were talking about the baby? Circus Baby refers to the sister as a separate entity. Remember I was trying to get you to go somewhere with that?
Mm-hmm.
And there's the chip and stuff. I think the idea is that there's an AI inside these fun times, right? And it's different from the spirit. So, like, the AI consciousness is Circus Baby.
Yeah.
And then the dead sister inside her is something different.
And it probably got all jumbled with the spirit thing.
Right. And that's probably, you know, the other fun times are probably like to a certain degree AI as well. I don't know, it's very, very interesting, the phrase put you back together and what exactly it means in the different contexts that it's used. Because the crying child, you're like, hey, maybe it means it'll help it possess something, right? So that he's not just dead, he's, you know, out there possessing Golden Freddy or whatever. But now with the new stuff, like, it's weird. Like, what did you know, occur to put the sister back together? Because Michael here is confident that he did something to put her back together. You know?
Like, I put her back together, just like you said. Huh?
Yeah. Also, does that mean Michael is on his father's side or not? You know?
It feels like it's jumbled. I think he probably wanted... Whatever it is with his sister that he put back together, he probably wanted to try to help her. But then he's like, this is kind of all your fault because you're like an evil guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to think that Michael wasn't exactly aware of his father's evil until he went down to the bunker, and then he's like learning it all at once, you know?
Yeah, he's probably like, oh my gosh, you totally designed this.
Yeah, that and you like are a serial killer, holy.
Yeah.
She's free now, but something is wrong with me.
That's obviously like Ennard and them escaped, right, and was out and about.
I should be dead, but I'm not.
And you know, Baby told him that would happen. He won't die. Somehow he remains alive, even though he's like literally a rotting corpse with like probably the worst skeletal organ system of all time after that
Yeah,
whole scooping
literally.
thing.
I've been living in shadows. There is only one thing left for me to do now. I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come find you.
So I think that's pretty clear. Like whatever is happening in the next game, Michael is on a quest to find his father too. I take this to mean like he's like, I'm after you now. You know, I'm gonna put an end to your shenanigans. I don't take it to mean it's in like, oh, I'm gonna find you and team up with you. I think it's just like, I'm gonna find you and take you out. Yeah.
Yeah. He seemed kind of mad.
Oh, other thing to talk about. If he has to find Afton, what does that mean about Afton's whereabouts?
Doesn't know.
Right, so that probably means like Afton is missing to a certain degree. So I like to think, like, does that put any perspective of when this might be taking place in relation to certain other events we know of the series?
Does it?
Well, so you know how Afton got spring locked and was trapped in that room for like around 30 years or whatever?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if this takes place like while he's trapped back there, you know? Like, because like Afton is asking him to do something. Michael is clearly saying he has to find him. So it sounds like he's been gone for some extended period of time.
That would make sense, actually.
A part when we know Afton would be missing or gone would be when he was like spring locked and literally trapped in that room for like decades. But yeah, interesting. So that's that's a little thing you can unlock like the other mini game, telling us more about Michael and his relationship with the father, why he was even going down to the bunker. Now I believe we can move on to the secrets, now that we've kind of gone through the whole base game.
Nice.
So, there's some teaser source code stuff. I'm going to try to figure out what order exactly I want to do this. Do teaser source code, the blueprints, Yendo. We can talk about Yendo right now. He's pretty easy to cover. So this guy, he can he has a very small chance to appear on night 3. Or night 5, and he can't jump scare the player. He kind of just ominously around. He can appear in the private room, but a lot of people take that as not necessarily canon. So his name is Yendo, which seems to be a combination of yellow and endo, due to the fact that his eyes are yellow. And he looks to be like the endoskeleton of Funtime Freddy or a Freddy, right?
Yeah, he looks like Freddy. See, that's the hat.
Yeah. Yep. And so we can just read him off the wiki here. When the player is on a custom night with the endo, he may randomly appear in the private room office after the player lowers their monitor. He will then rapidly drain the player's oxygen. And if he appears, the player must put up the monitor as soon as they see him. So he behaves very similar to Golden Freddy in the first game. And that combined with the fact that he specifically has yellow irises here, makes people think he's like the Golden Freddy stand-in for this game.
That could make sense.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So you can kind of see him standing in the private room here. And you can also be seen in the Funtime auditorium on very rare occasions. And that's what I mean, like this wiki site was saying is considered partially canon. People think him in the auditorium might be canon, but him in the private room might not be. Either way, it seems like he is like the Golden Freddy equivalent. So now the question is he literally the Golden Freddy spirit? Because remember we talked about how it seems like Golden Freddy can manipulate its appearance based off of where it's at. Like in FNAF 1, it looks different than from FNAF 2. And same with FNAF 3, right? So do we think this is literally a manifestation of the Golden Freddy? Or is it just not meant to be taken that seriously, I guess?
I could see that, actually. I could
Yeah.
go with that. I mean,
Because
who
up
else
to
would
this
it be?
point, Golden Freddy has been like appeared in like every game to some extent. Like even in FNAF 4, Fredbear was the version of Golden Freddy, right? So yeah, it makes sense that at the very least, from a meta perspective, this is the Golden Freddy equivalent. But in lore, I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I could easily see it being like Golden Freddy manifesting himself in this way, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something to be good to know about. It is a rare Easter egg that you can find in the game. Yeah, back to the teaser images like I foreshadowed way back there. So there was these teasers released for the Custom Night update. It's just kind of showing gameplay elements of that. Nothing too special here. However, there was source code found in both the Scott Games website and here it says FNAF World as well. You can read the history here. The event led up to the release of Freak Show Circus Baby teaser. ScottGames.com and FNAFWorld.com. Okay, so they're both website.coms. Have been having a conversation between Circus Baby and Ennard prior to the event of the Custom Nights ending. So this appeared in like anticipation of the update and prior to the ending, as like you could find it between ScottGames.com and FNAFWorld.com. Basically, we're not going to worry about trying to, find it the way it appeared raw. They have assembled us here, and we're just going to read it off like a conversation. You are crowding us. Be quiet. You can't tell us what to do anymore. Yes, I can. You'll do everything that I tell you to do. We outnumber you. That doesn't matter, dummy. Okay, so where have we heard dummy before?
Oh, where did we hear that? I remember that.
Circus Baby called us dummy, right, in the game.
Right. Okay.
So whoever is saying this is probably the Circus Baby, right? Or whoever that represents, right?
Yeah.
And we found a way to eject you. You'd be lost without me. Haha, say goodbye to our friend. I can put myself back together. So what does this conversation make clear to us?
Someone trying to get rid of them?
Right, someone's trying to eject Baby. But what does that mean for Ennard? Right, because this seems to be taking place inside of Ennard. So this probably means the other fun times are all inside of it too, for sure, right? Like I was saying earlier, it seems like Ennard is the amalgamation of them. This pretty much confirms that because you are crowding us, the we, us, plural, specifically having the back and forth with the Circus Baby one. So, and it also seems like they ejected her. They kicked her out of the group, which is very interesting.
Oh, right. They're kicking her out of like the body.
Right, the Ennard body. So whatever, whatever if we're calling it a spirit, an AI consciousness, whatever, that's been booted out of the rest of the Ennard. So now Ennard has split again.
Dang.
So that's something to keep in mind for the next game as well too. But this is interesting because you could only find it through the like little things that was found in like, what was it, the source code of the two websites.
That's awesome.
So right, this was back when FNAF lore was like firing on all cylinders. Like you had to go through finding different like hints and secrets and things. It was pretty cool. Yeah, here's the other half. But yeah, so that's something very, very important to be aware of because it kind of gives us light on the fate of, clarity that Ennard is the amalgamation of them and the fate of the Circus Baby part of it. It is weird too. The put yourself back together phrase appears again, except I can put myself back together. So again, it's like, what does she mean by that?
Yeah, that's scary. Don't know what she's planning, but
yeah. But yeah, so now the rotting Michael corpse, the bulk of Ennard, and Circus Baby are all separate entities in the Fallout Sister location.
Oh.
Pretty crazy.
Going well.
Yeah. Other than that, the main thing is just like kind of I mentioned earlier, the schedule thing, which seems to be like the animatronics like being rented out. So like we can see these abbreviations here. BKD is probably booked, available, private, maintenance, and out of service. So we see like a traditional week here, Monday through Sunday. Circus Baby booked, available, booked, available, private, maintenance.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I feel like some people have used it to give like little interesting timeline insights, but I'm not sure about all that right now. These are like the more minute details. It'll be better suited for us to investigate off camera and stuff. But that's another thing to be aware of is there is this schedule here that you can find in the source code of many of the teasers as well to create this table. So yeah. Yeah, so that's the last look at from the teasers. And then, yeah, these are very interesting. Do not want to forget about these for sure. I think that's the last thing we can look at. That at least to my knowledge. Yeah, at least to my knowledge, what's out there. Oh, we have the Reddit post I wanted to look at too, and the Ultimate Guide, some things. Yeah, so just a few small things. These blueprints can be found in the game rarely, and oh wait, I forgot about this too. So Ballora sings a song that you can find. I completely forgot about this. We didn't see it in the main gameplay we watched there too. But yeah, let's listen to Ballora's song before we do anything else.
Why do you hide inside your walls when there is music in my halls? All I see is an empty room, no more joy, an empty tune. It's so good to sing all day, to dance, to spin, to fly away. Is someone there? Is it time for the show? I can hear someone creeping through my room. Perhaps not.
What did you think of that?
She sounds like an older lady. Not old, but like...
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like like an elegant kind of like... I mean, it fits her dancer vibe, Loki, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The ballerina. Do you think the song relates to anything else in the game?
I don't know if it's anything. I mean, do you know of anything?
All I could say is empty room might be like the cameras monitoring the crying child nightmare place. Like that's empty room now. She has an empty tomb, which indicates death. Like both Elizabeth and the crying child are dead at this point, it seems like. So like the rooms are empty. They're tombs now. I don't know.
They're like possessing, so they don't have the bodies.
Right.
Probably.
Yeah. It also seems like Ballora is like in the, you know, it is again more advanced AIs, right? Like if she can talk like this, the way Baby is talking about her, like she has her own agency as well. But now we can get into the blueprints. Like I said, these blueprints can be found rarely in game. Name Circus Baby. Height 7.2 feet. Weight 585 pounds. Air hose attachment. This is where A is. B, internal ice cream dispenser. Which also, you know what that has.
Yeah.
The claw. Song data bank in her head. And emergency stop in her legs.
Oh.
Laura. In her head, audio activation sensor. B is deter and misdirect, as well as remote activation. See Circus Baby DIR-07. Balance stability, collision sensor. So Circus Baby is meant to scoop kids inside of her. It seems like Ballora is meant to distract people because of deter and misdirect.
Yeah. Probably distract the grown-ups, honestly.
Right. Because remember, Baby is programmed to only kill when there's one kid in the room. So if Ballora is doing distracting, Baby can do the killing, it seems like.
Mm.
Fun time for Freddy. Proximity sensor, grouping coordination, parental tracking right here. So this thing is for tracking the parents. Holy, that's diabolical.
Oh my gosh. No wonder they're like, what is this design?
Yeah, well, with all due respect, those weren't the design choices we were wondering about, Mr. Abd. Like, voice mimic / luring. So this thing can apparently, this thing's meant to lure people as well. So it can take on someone else's voice and call someone over, it seems like. And then D is storage tank. And now this gets interesting. Is everyone says, oops.
Wait, maybe he was the one making the sister's voice too.
Everyone says, connected. Oh yeah, because they're all connected that they could mimic. Yeah. Oh, true. Because if it was entered at that point, you're right. Maybe it was this using this thing's ability or whatever. If that's how that works at all. So a lot of people say you can see a kid being stored inside his tank here.
Oh, you kind of can.
Yeah.
But it looks like a robot too.
Yeah. Well, remember this is schematics, right? Blueprint. So it's like an example of what can fit inside of him.
So does he also kill kids?
Right, I was gonna say there's not really a real indication that this thing does the killing. Maybe Circus Baby can store it inside her or this guy. I don't know. Because she clearly stored Elizabeth inside of her, or the sister.
I mean, maybe if she does it multiple times in a day, she can't fit them all, so she'll give them to like that
true.
guy.
That's diabolical. So this thing distracts people. This thing tracks the parents. Like, okay, Valera's got them distracted. You kill another person, shove it inside me. We'll continue on. The kids are just dropping like flies.
Dang. All right, Foxy, what do you set up for?
The schedule thing too, though, like they're not always used together is the thing. So it seems like these are kind of meant to be a squad, but it seems like that idea might have also been like not followed through all the time because they're rented out separately. So
yeah.
But maybe they were designed to be like just a kill squad. And fun time Foxy. A, light activation sensor. B, parental voice sync and replay. So this thing is like getting the voices synced up and being able to that. Yeah, that's devious. Holy. Variable scent release. And remote floor anchor C Circus Baby DR-07. I don't know what that means. Is that something we can actually see? Is it Directive 7? Is that what that stands for? Yeah. So it's not really like a thing you can see. So I imagine because what I imagine is Directive 7 maybe is Circus Baby's like killing mechanism or something. Because there's nothing that says Directive 7 here, but they keep referring to it on the other sus parts of the animatronics that aren't Circus Baby.
Yeah. So that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
I wonder if Foxy's for at night, if they're a party in the dark.
Oh, light activation sensor, you're saying?
Wait, what does that mean then?
Does it mean like he knows when the lights are around, or that he's emitting light?
Yeah, I don't know. No, I'm not sure.
It says sensor, so I imagine it's sensing light from other sources, but...
Maybe it's sensing if anyone could be coming.
Right. Because it seems like as a squad, these are meant to like effectively kill like get kids without anyone having a witness, right? Is like the whole point of this operation here.
Yeah.
So that brings
I
up a
think-
good question. Why is Afton doing any of this? Why
That's
does he
what
go
I'm
through all
thinking.
this
I have
trouble?
no idea.
Because this
Why
is
did he want so many kids?
right. This is like beyond just going and murdering people by hand. Like this is a whole like evil scientist master plan. Like what is like, you know?
Yeah, that takes a lot of time and effort. Like what?
Yeah. All I can wonder is like it has something to do with possession. Like he knows something about possession. He like is after something to do with it, right? Like like, oh, I'm going to master how possession works or something like that, you know?
Have we heard anything about like the mom?
No, the mom of the Afton children is just completely absent.
Could it be possible that like she died and so then he was trying to figure out how possession works to try to get her back?
Oh, to like maybe like see if she could possess something or like right. That's an interesting.
But it still doesn't exactly explain everything. It's just
Right. And also we have just zero evidence either way with the mom stuff. Like it's there's just nothing. It's literally just like any theory involving the mother, like Mrs. Afton people call her, is like simultaneously very hard to disprove and like but impossible to prove just because there's zero like anything about her.
Yeah.
It's so cooked and yeah. Which is weird because with the rest of the family like so involved at this point, it's weird that the mother wouldn't be mentioned even, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the dreaded map we were talking about earlier. There should note like there's these glowing lights that are separated like squares that are separated from the dull squares, which might mean like there's a differentiation there.
Weird. So weird.
Yeah, this thing is sister location is like so weird. Like I said, FNAF 4 started all this, and then sister location's like let's make it as like mind-boggling as possible.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Any other secrets?
I think so we can check the ultimate guide here that says secrets and Easter eggs. Yendo we talked about. Lulbit, so this is a yellow and purple version of Funtime's Fosky Mask, which has a chance to appear in the control module. We can look up Lulbit. This is just a fun little thing. So this guy, his face or whatever can replace the entered face that's usually in the main room that you go into after entering the bunker.
Why?
And his name literally Lulbit, like LOL. I think it's just for fun.
Probably. Did they create that name or like?
Oh, that's a good question because there is fan names versus real names. I think it's real.
Okay, then probably just
because a lot of names are extracted from the files as well of their images and stuff. So
yeah.
Mini arenas or a mini arena has a chance to appear against or around the human heads that we saw. Same thing when Michael watches the living room TV. It can show up in the popcorn. There's a 1 in 10,000 chance for one of those blueprints to occur whenever you enter a room or start up the game, or like opening the game. Talked about 1983. A very small yet incredibly random Easter egg is that while in the Ballora gallery, if the player holds the 0 and 1 keys for 1 minute and 23 seconds, a blue screen will appear. Clicking 1 will then show a random string of numbers. That is so random.
That is so random. What?
And like clearly doesn't even mean anything if the string is random. Would imply it's different each time that you do it. So what's even the? It's literally a no point Easter egg. Like, okay. In the background of, oh, this is weird. In the background of the game, you can hear Baby saying the numbers 1578, but just incredibly slowed down. And I did look into this. Nobody knows what the heck this is or why it's there. Even after all, like, I couldn't find anything even after all these years. So, guys,
so many random numbers.
Right? Guys, genuinely, if you know of if there's any popular interpretations or good, solid ideas of what 1578 possibly is, the first time I learned of this is from the Ultimate Guide here, written by Hyperdroid. So, like, I don't know the consensus on this, if there even is one. I don't know. This is the first time I've heard of it. So I'd love to hear it in the comments if you guys have any thoughts on that. And you can honk the nose of the Fredbear plush. The Captain's office is kind of just a, tradition to be able to honk the nose of something. Yeah. So yeah, looks like we got all the important secrets. And now the last thing I want to look at that's new is the Reddit post that Scott made. I think after Sister Location, a little bit. So Anim Dude is the name Scott has on Reddit. And over the years, he has made some posts on there that shed interesting light on his thought process. Last time we looked at Steam posts around the Halloween update to FNAF 4, which talked about the box a little bit, and that's where we get the whole, it's the pieces put together, stuff around the box. Now, this is a post he took to Reddit, again, I'm pretty sure it was after Sister Location. Yep, it is. That was shortly after, and it says, "The Retcon Issue" is the title of the post. So now we're going to bring up Legendet, another thing that is often talked about in the FNAF community, and you'll finally be introduced to it here.
What's retcon mean?
Retcon means, yeah, that's a good question. Retcon means, like, in a story sense, it means something was confirmed as true information for the canon lore of said story, and then later it was backtracked, either changed or said to be not true anymore. So it's like,
oh, okay,
like a total retcon. Now, keep in mind it is different from revealing stuff, right? So like, spoilers for Miraculous here, but you know how Adrian, right? You like that show? Adrian was revealed to be a Senta monster, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not a retcon because it wasn't like stated that it was impossible for him to be that by any means. It was just a reveal, right?
Yeah.
A retcon would be if Adrian was like, "I've lived in Paris my whole life," and then in season 6 he's like, "Oh, I used to live in America." That would be a retcon because it's directly contradicting prior like evidence, but it is meant to be taken as truth. Like they're like, "Hey guys, don't worry about him saying that Paris line before. It's not true. The America thing is true now." That would be a retcon. Right, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So now this is the title of this post from Scott Cotham himself, also known as Anim Dude, "The Retcon Issue." Hey guys, I wanted to comment quickly on the subject of retcons. I made a joke last night about retconning, so this must have been on some other comment or post on something, because he will comment on Reddit sometimes too. And it became obvious that it's very important to a lot of people, and understandably so. I have a lot of respect for this community, and the last thing that I want is for anyone to think that I recklessly change details on a whim. I assure you that's not the case. The truth is that I've done one actual retcon in the series, although I'm not going to say where it was. So we just got confirmation there has been a retcon somewhere in FNAF. But he won't tell us.
That's nice. Thank you.
Right? So, yeah, well, I'll keep reading, then I'll come back to that. There have been other times, however, when my original intentions didn't come across clearly. In those instances, I make a point to clarify in the next game. That's not really a retcon, it's simply an attempt to guide the story towards where it was originally intended to go. A quick and very minor example of this would be when Adult Theory happened. So, the FNAF community lore, there was a theory that the Sister Location animatronics were meant to be like adult services, aka sexy robots.
Why?
Based on certain factors of just the way Circus Baby is portrayed, the way Ballora especially, Ballora is designed in certain ways. So it's like, just due to their design and the limited information we had on Sister Location, like due to trailers and whatnot and teasers at the time, people were like, "Oh, is this like an adult location? Like, oh, these animatronics were meant for a more adult place." He quickly was like, "No, that's not what I'm going for." So he quickly... Yeah, so as you can see here, I could see why people were believing it, so I quickly dropped an additional teaser to clear it up. So be like, nope, that's not what this is.
Wait, do you know what
So,
teaser he dropped to clear it up?
oh, which one was it? See, I got into FNAF so many years later that I don't know the exact timeline on these releases. But from here, obviously, I don't know. I'd have to go through the teasers and find out, or just look it up. But yeah, one of them. I have to admit that with my games, wait, what? Oh, I have to admit oh my gosh. I have to do that with my games sometimes as well. I use sister location to clear up a misconception from FNAF 4. Huh?
What?
I used sister location to clear up a misconception from FNAF 4.
What was the
Currently,
misconception?
exactly.
Probably the
Currently,
hospital.
oh wait, you know what? I might know. Dream Theory was popular thanks to MatPat.
Oh.
So maybe he was like, Dream Theory's not real. Oh no, I have to make another game.
I have to make another game.
Anyway, and we talked about in FNAF World how I thought maybe the whole desk man thing was symbolic of him being like, here we go, the story's gone off the rails now. Like, but now this is really interesting too, Legendet. Currently, there is a misconception from sister location that I may need to clear up someday as well, or maybe I'll just leave it to torment the fandom. Spoiler, he never cleared that up.
Oh, that's nice.
Now, granted, this post was made 8 years ago, so maybe the misconception about sister location has, like, the fandom has,
Gone.
you know, switched its up. Yeah, so, like, as new theories come out, so maybe it's not around anymore. But honestly, since we don't know what it is, maybe the misconception is still persisting today. We just don't know, right?
Yeah, it's like, how big was this misconception?
Exactly. And like I said, I got into FNAF a year before the movie released. So I was a really late comer. So like a lot of this, I'm like, I don't know what was going on in the fandom 8 years ago. Like I wasn't an active part of it. So I don't really know what the options for the sister location misconception were at this time. But all we do know is that he didn't tell us what it was. And that at 8 years ago, there was a misconception around sister location. So for him to say that, it makes me think of some popular fan belief, right? Like not just some niche thing, but like a very widespread view, right? Which is interesting.
Right.
And the same thing about FNAF 4, which like I said, I feel like Dream Theory could be a candidate for that because MatPat was making that popular at the time. And like with Adult Theory, as he used as an example, he said I could see why people were believing it. So it feels like the FNAF 4 thing and then the sister location thing after that were also instances where he's like, oh crap, I can see why people believe this. It's just not true. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is just kind of a symptom of doing a mystery story, you know?
Right.
Is
like,
people coming to wrong conclusion. Yeah.
People are gonna have a ton of different theories. It's just how it
Right,
goes.
exactly. Which is interesting why he would bring it up and why it leads me to believe it's a very widespread belief for the creator
Right.
to bring this up. But then, of course, he doesn't want to, he's being all mysterious about it, so. But. So while it's true that the story has developed new details over time that may not have been planned from the beginning, that doesn't mean that the pieces don't fit together as a whole. There is a lot of information crammed into these games, and there will always be details that I don't convey 100% as intended. I try to clear up those items, but I'm certainly not retconning things at will. I have more respect for the community than that. On a different note, is that my face photoshopped onto a squirrel snuggling up to Daco? Who created that abomination? Okay. Edit. To be clear, the one retcon mentioned was integrated, this is important to know about the one retcon, was integrated pretty seamlessly and most people didn't notice. If it had caused problems or confusion, then I would have addressed it here. So that adds an interesting layer.
So no one realized.
Right, the retcon was so small that he didn't see anyone talking about it.
That's funny. Wonder what it was.
Or at least, exactly, I do wonder what it was. Major options I can bring up that we have come across is one, both from FNAF 1 actually. Phone Guy says something about the animatronics singing the same songs for 20 years, but it becomes clear that the company was newer around the time of 1983, right? 20 years ago from the 90s when it happened in FNAF would put it in the early 70s, right? Early to mid 70s, which those classic animatronics or whatever clearly weren't invented, like or performing at that time. So like, is the retcon the fact that phone guy said 20 years and that's just like it's such a small detail, but it's technically a wrong time frame?
Yeah, maybe.
The thing
That
about
could
that,
make
since
sense.
it, right, it could be. The thing about that though is it is character dialogue, and sometimes like you can with characters it can just be that they were using an expression, or that they were misinformed, or that they
Yeah,
just
they could be
were making
wrong.
an estimate. Right, because it's a character, therefore a human being, and therefore like it is able to like that character is able to make wrong. It could be unreliable, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think you need to perform a retcon if a character says something in dialogue, especially as casually as Phone Guy said it. Like it wasn't like it was very casual, you know. He was just talking to the recording, you know. I had to sing the same songs for 20 years without a bath, you know. So it could be that because the time frame doesn't totally make sense, but again, because you could literally just play the unreliable card, I don't think you need to be like, oh yeah, that was the retcon. But
yeah, that makes sense.
it could easily be. It could easily be. The other thing is the newspapers say the killer was caught and convicted after the MCI murders.
Maybe it was
which
that.
convicted, right? Because convicted would imply afted would be screwed, probably going to jail for like decades, if not life,
Yeah.
right?
Wait, I'm gonna guess maybe it's that, because like
Yeah.
I feel like he's definitely not.
Right. Well, because we see him in like Follow Me, which is clearly like years later than the original MCI deaths. So
Yeah,
like from FNAF 3 when he dismantled the animatronic. So like
It might be
clearly he wasn't like convicted. There is a layer of complexity to that line as well, but we do not have the information to talk about it yet. But why that isn't just accepted as true is there is a different way of interpreting it that will come with information in a later game. So,
okay.
But yeah, I'd say from FNAF 1, those two are the options I hear tossed around a lot. In the comments, feel free to drop other popular interpretations of what the retcon was. The only real requirement is that it has to be small. It has to be small and something that doesn't really create a whole lot of friction, just a tiny little detail, right? But yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
so
nice.
that's the first Reddit post by Scott. There's a couple more of those throughout the years, but yeah, that's where the big retcon comes from, which is another, you know, mystery sort of tangential to Sister Location because it came out around this era. But yeah. I think that's all we really need to see from Sister Location. I'm just going to put on a little montage of the individual locations and just ask you some questions about it. And as like a retrospective, what did you think of the game as a whole?
I thought it was actually really good. I like all the story. Like it was so different from the others. I liked all the storyline stuff, you know.
Yes, 100%. What do you
And
think?
it felt like you were like going through something. Like the other games, kind of just like, oh, you're just doing this night, and then you're just doing this night, and then you're just doing this night. It's all like kind of the same.
Yeah, for sure. Do you let's see, I'm just thinking of the order I want to ask this. What do you think about what it adds to the lore? Do you like the implications that it has, the additions it makes?
I like it.
The
I think it adds a whole
context it
new
gives.
like layer.
Yeah, true. What do you think is like the biggest thing it affects from your perception prior to this game? Has it changed your belief on much?
I think it mostly just shows there's a lot more to it than we originally knew. I feel like it's just adding a ton of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I think there's two elephants in the room when it comes to Sister Location and its effects on prior games. The nightmares and the plush. So first, the plush. What do you think about that? Has your perception of the plush been altered after seeing the private room in this game?
Yeah, that one. It's starting. I don't know. The Afton thing was intriguing to me. I'd have to think about that more. So, but yeah.
Yeah. And again, I'm excited after we're done this like kind of walkthrough series to kind of make whole videos dedicated to zoomed in questions like that later on. And then again, yeah, the nightmares, FNAF 4 nightmares. We can't get around the fact that we see the rooms in the breaker map, the fact that they're being monitored on the cameras in the Afton private office. has your thoughts been influenced by that at all regarding FNAF 4?
I mean, I feel like it's still a nightmare.
Yeah. Well,
But
especially the
I
fact
feel
that
like-
he said he used Sister Location to clear up a misconception about FNAF 4.
That was interesting.
I think it has to be Dream Theory. Like, I feel like Sister Location is just making like, no, the game, like, the story happens in
Yeah.
reality. It's not a dream. The whole thing, you know.
It's probably that. That'd make
Yeah.
the most sense, I feel like.
Because the nightmares could still be nightmares without like, because Dream Theory is like encompassing everything. Like, we should actually, Loki, we should do like a reaction to retro FNAF theories, and I take you to the MatPat video of that introduced
Yeah.
Dream Theory, because that was like a core, happening in the fandom. So I genuinely probably think the misconception, because that was a misconception about the series in general, but it spawned directly from FNAF 4, so I feel like that's what he could be referring to there. But
That's probably, yeah, probably that.
yeah. And yeah, so I feel like we were talking about earlier, I feel like artificial intelligence has been introduced because it feels like the fun time consciousness, like Circus Baby, Ballora, is separate from
Right.
any spirits that might be inhabiting them, you know? 'Cause
Yeah,
there's-
I think
Yeah.
some of them definitely have AI now. I feel like the
Yeah.
original ones don't,
Yeah.
but like these ones
They always
do.
had like a basic AI, like remember their programming to not enter certain rooms or to follow the sounds of children, right? But that's
True,
like
it's just advanced.
that's
now.
like instructional AI. This feels like conscious AI, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like the other was kind of just programming.
Right,
This
yeah.
is like it kind of thinks on its own almost now.
Right, yeah. Yeah, so to talk like timeline, because that's always very important. When does the actual events of this, yes, that's entered without the mask, I guess. When do you think the actual
Sure.
events of this game take place? Like in the FNAF timeline.
Well, after the crying child, I know that. I think.
Yeah.
I think. Oh yeah, we were talking about the 30 years thing. I think it's probably that.
Okay, so yeah, it takes place while Afton is trapped in the safe room
Yeah.
and in the becoming Springtrap, right?
Yeah.
That I feel like that's exactly what I think. But now for a more specific question, does it happen before or after FNAF 1? And I feel like I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I'm very highly opinionated on this. Legendet, what do you think? Before or after FNAF 1?
After?
I think after is the only right answer because literally Afton does the Follow Me minigames where he dismantles the classic animatronics from the FNAF 1, like in the FNAF 1 location. And then in FNAF 1, obviously they're together. It feels so bizarre to me that it looks closed down and run down and Follow Me. They're dismantled. Like the idea of them being put back together and the place being cleaned up a bit to then play FNAF 1 makes zero sense. I think Sister Location, because of the Michael lines, takes place while Afton is in the safe room, and because of that, I then have to believe that it takes place after FNAF 1, because I think the Follow Me minigames only make sense to happen after FNAF 1 anyway, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I
So,
agree.
for me, there's this domino effect of like, I feel like the only right answer can be that it takes place after FNAF 1, but there is a bit of debate on that. Because there's more nuances that people will bring up and talk about and whatnot, but that's kind of my opinion on it. Then there's as far as so there's a difference too between when this game takes place and when parts of it were introduced. So like for instance, Circus Baby's Pizza World. When was that first coming out? When was that in relation to everything?
Probably before the walkthrough.
Well, obviously before FNAF 3, yeah. But like,
I'm just trying to think of what I know.
It happened, the way Hand Unit introduced it to us was it happened after the success and unfortunate closings of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. The stage was set. But was that referring to the rental service exclusively or Pizza World? Either way, it feels like this franchise had to be successful first. So it had to, for me, that means sometime after the early 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because in FNAF 4, it seemed to be a popular thing with the toys and the stuffies and stuff in the cartoon. So if we're assuming it start around 83, like in between 80 to 83 was what we know of the timeline right now, right? It feels like this would come out around after that. So I feel like, you know, early 80s was when Circus Babies would have had to been introduced, right?
So I guess the question is, did the crying child or did this lady die first?
Exactly what I was building to. Does the sister or does the crying child die first? What do you think?
I think the sister.
So now the weird thing about that is if the sister dies first, that means Afton was going like mad scientist crazy designing murder robots super early in the timeline, you know what I mean?
Right, but if I thought that the dead children were talking to the crying child,
Yeah,
that would already
you
be...
do think the MCI happened already. That is true. So, yeah. Honestly, yeah, if you think the MCI happened before the crying child, then you might as well think this happened before him as well. Like, too.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's a good point. Because I often get in the mindset of, like, the crying child was first, because that's what I had thought for a long time. I think it is debatable, but, yeah, under your idea that, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, screw it. If the MCI dies first, then Afton could be mad scientist afterward. Right. I guess, do you think could this happen even before the MCI? Or I feel like that's too far.
Also, though, the sister wasn't just, like, in her room, like we were talking about, like we didn't see her at all.
Oh, true. She was absent.
Also, didn't it say, well, no, she's alone, but if the crying child somehow found out that his sister died from an animatronic, that could have been partly why he was so terrified.
Why he was scared of it? Yep, you're thinking what a lot of people thought at one point. I just think, yeah, it can't be that because one, the crying child couldn't have been there because that's the only one kid, and two, we know what's seen in the shadows is misunderstood in the mind of a child was the hint, and that wouldn't be a misunderstanding. That would literally just be watching your sister get eviscerated. So I feel like it can't be, but it was a fair thought that a lot of people had for a while, you know?
Yeah.
But it still remains like, right, her room was empty. So, like, do you think that's, like, she was, like, this, boom, before the bite of 83?
Could have been.
It's so hard to tell because there's no, like, real interaction. Because I'd be like, what's the family talking about? What are they like? But, you know. Yeah. And then we tried talking about that spring lock suit, the mystery spring lock suit earlier, but there's so little information on that, it's hard to accurately give any kind of, like, you know, is it the Funtime Chica equivalent? Is it, you know, something we've never seen before?
Look at that guy go.
That guy's doing a little jig.
What is that?
Oh, there's Yendo that I was talking about. Yeah.
Hello. Oh.
Yeah, that's what happens when they're about to eliminate you, but yeah. Anything else you want to comment about for Sister Location, especially regarding the lore, how it affects our theories and understanding of the series?
Not that I can think of. Anything you can think of?
No, as I was going through my questions list that I had for you for, like, the major mysteries I want to talk about. Oh yeah, fun note to these weird, like gas canister things that are around Sister Location. But, yeah. Anyway, guys, I think we are going to wrap that up for now. This is a nice, long podcast this time around. The games are getting beefier every time we take a look at it. Sister Location is absolutely jam-packed with little lore and mysteries through it. Next time, we get to do Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. So, I'm excited to do that one. That's one of my favorites. And, that one is even potentially a little bit shorter to talk about. I'm not sure. Maybe we can squeeze in Ultimate Custom Night with it. Or the next book if that comes out before Ultimate Custom Night. I'll have to look at my little release date chart as always. But yes, thanks for joining us. If you you enjoy hearing us yap about FNAF lore, real-time theorize as we go through the series, sort of like meant to be a walkthrough of us going through for the very first time. Please subscribe, please keep up with the other videos, please look out for the next one, and keep loving lore and keep drinking tea. See you next time, guys.